Can I make something good out of this? Can I make something good out of this? Chances are you will not be missed, 'cause you don't give a shit. Can I make something good out of this? You could be late, you could be true, you could be underneath my shoe. Sometimes you're the only one who's strong, and I'll be devastated if I'm wrong. I am the one you love to hate, but you cannot devastate. It will be interesting, I'm sure, 'cause I want more. Can I make something good out of this? Can I pretend that something is missing? Chances are you will not be missed, 'cause you don't give a shit. Can I make something good out of this? You will be late, you could be true, you could be underneath my shoe. Sometimes you're the only one who's strong, and I'll be devastated if I'm wrong. I am the one you love to hate, but you cannot devastate. It will be interesting, I'm sure, but I want more. You could be late, you could be true, you could be underneath my shoe. Sometimes you're the only one who's strong, and I'll be devastated if I'm wrong. I am the one you love to hate, but you cannot devastate. It will be interesting, I'm sure, 'cause I want more. I want more from you, yeah, more. I want more, I want more, I want more from you, yeah, more. I want more, I want more, I want more from you, yeah, more. I want more, I want more, I want more from you, yeah, more. More from you, yeah, more. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Do you need anything like I need you? wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. Yo, you're radiant. Hey, I just yo, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down. I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating.
Dude, how we doing?
I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant truth. I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. You're radiant.
My world! Woo! Yo! Hey, 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 hey.
Woo! I can't pretend. No, no, no. It never ends. It's about you. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant truth. I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. You're radiant.
Dude, my allergies are so fucking crazy. Oh, let's go. Dude. All right. Here we are. Another day, another Monday, surviving. Saw somebody said they're tired. I get it. Dude, believe me, I get it. I think we're all tired, boss. We are. It is exhausting. Okay? Dude, I have been like, I don't know. I feel like I get entangled in this shit. Those baseball players, okay? Dude, that shit has been getting to me because, like, I mean, there are many layers of this thing going on with the whole Pride Night shit. But so the baseball players got reprimanded because they wrote on their caps. And you're not allowed to write on your caps. There were some guys a while back who wrote on their caps when a player had passed away, and they too got reprimanded because it's a league rule that you just can't write on your caps. And now all the Christians are like, oh, they're oppressing the Christians. Well, like, dude, I'm so tired of this battle because it's like real simple that modern society accepts LGBTQ people, right? That's just factual. You don't have to like it, but if you're going to be in modern society, you have to accept them. You have to accept that they exist and they're here. No one's going to force you to be gay. No one's going to force you to, like, you know, engage in gay sex. None of that shit. But if you sign on with a professional athletic team, you're going to have to wear a pride hat at some point, right? There's going to be a pride night in these sports. Now, you don't have to join the MLB. If you are a Christian and like pride night is just literally, you will not bend, that's the hill you're going to die on, then don't be an MLB player, right? Nobody's forcing you. Nobody's putting a gun to your head and saying you got to be an MLB player. It's like, yo, dude, you don't have to be an MLB player. Oh, wait, no. Oh, you want the millions of dollars. I got it. You want the millions of dollars. You want the fame. You want the lifestyle. You just don't want to wear the pride hat. They're like, dude, shut the fuck up. They have faith in family hats, and atheists don't run around like burning the hats and shit. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro. Get over that shit. It's so tiring because at the end of the day, it's like we know what they're up to, okay? We know that they want to create a stir, and they're ultimately trying to get rid of the pride nights to try and make the gay people become invisible. No gay kisses. Gay men can't hold hands. Yada, yada, yada. They want society to say being gay is dirty and bad. Well, you know what? Fuck you. Being gay is not dirty and bad. And if your religion prevents you personally from being gay, then don't be gay. Don't suck a dick. Don't have sex. Don't fall in love with a man. If you're a man, right? If your religion says no, don't do that. But you don't get to walk around telling people that are that way, or, you know, that their life is somehow, you know, not ordained by your imaginary friend, you know, because we don't have to obey your imaginary friend. Okay. Modern society does not have to bend to the rules of your imaginary friend. You are allowed to have an imaginary friend, and you are allowed to apply those rules to you personally till your heart's content. But you are not allowed to apply them to other people. And like, I'm so tired of this. I am so tired of Christians thinking that their imaginary friend is like everybody's ruler, and so therefore they get to dictate everybody's morality. It's like, yo, dude, fuck off. And what's so laughable about this, guys, is these guys pitch for San Francisco. It's like, yo, fuck nuts. Every time you put on a San Francisco jersey, you're repping gay pride. Every time you cash your check from the San Francisco Giants, you are getting paid by gay pride. That entire city was founded on gay pride. You fucking idiots. Your whole livelihood is gay pride. So shut the fuck up about the hat. Okay? Put the hat on and shut the fuck up, or I don't know, go play for the church team. You know? Go pitch, you know, get all your friends together and go buy an island and go have like your anti-pride island baseball league. Dude, give me a fucking break. Dude, I'm so tired of these people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'll fight for your right to believe in your scripture, But you don't get to fucking point the finger at anybody with your fucking Bible verses. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is like they think like, oh, this is what the rainbow really means. It's like, yo, fuck nuts. Rainbows were around long before some dudes decided to fucking cobble together the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Dude, fucking idiots, bro. I'm losing patience for these people, okay? Because it's always the same with them. You know, when it's like, oh, pride, you're a whole month of your sexual fucking behavior. Dude, pride has nothing to do with sex, okay? Pride is real simple. Gay people used to get their heads kicked in, mostly by Christians, ironically. And so they fought to no longer get their heads kicked in, to be able to hold hands, kiss their significant other, and get married without a bunch of Christians kicking their fucking heads in. So gay pride is like, yo, you guys are safe now. You're not going to get your heads kicked in anymore for just showing up and giving your significant other a hug or a kiss in public. That's what the hat is. It has nothing to do with sex. It has nothing to do with sexuality. It simply has to do with people having the right to be themselves without getting their heads kicked in. Right? The pride flag means you're safe. Right? Period. You know? Dude, Stonewall was owned by the mob. Yeah, I mean, all the gay clubs were pretty much owned by the mob. Dude, iconic. Let's go. Kicking us off with 5 gifted memberships. You are amazing. And one flew over said, these Christians hate freedom. Let's go. Dude, iconic in the house. See, it's so funny too, because they don't have the same smoke, guys. That's the thing that bothers me, is they like to say Leviticus 20:13. If a man lays with a man, it's an abomination. But yo, okay, Leviticus 20:10. If a man commits adultery, both the man and the woman are supposed to be put to death. But like, yo, I don't see you guys complaining about adultery. I don't see you guys complaining about, you know, the president being a serial adulterer who brags about it. Like, yo, come on. So if you don't have any smoke for adultery and killing and stealing and being rich and telling lies, then you don't get to have smoke for gay, okay? Right? It's like you can either have smoke for all of them or you can have smoke for none of them. But you don't get to like pick one and have smoke for that one and then no smoke for anything else. You know? I mean, come on, man. And yes, don't even get us started about the rampant like SA that goes on in these churches. All right? Dude, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of these people. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of these people. Okay? These people who are like, no, they're like, I'm friends with your creator. I represent your creator, so you have to listen to us. It's like, yo, here's the deal. I will make a standing deal with all the Christians, okay? If you get God or Jesus to come down here and explain to us that what you're saying is true and applies to all of us, bring them down. If they come down here and they fucking like show me the power, I will then give it up to you and we will live under your rules, right? But until you do that, it's just, we're just not buying it, okay? You bring them down. Bring Jesus, bring God, bring them down, have them fucking, I don't know, raise the dead, make some fishes, and then I'll believe your shit, okay? But if you don't do that, I don't want to hear about your imaginary friend, you know? You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of hearing about the imaginary friend, right? Ah, dude, Every Pride Month. Right? And then meanwhile, you ready? Meanwhile, look at what Benny Johnson is doing. Okay? Can I just show you? Because look at this shit. While this is happening, guys, while they're crying about the MLB, look at what Benny's posting. Okay? Benny posted this today. He's so funny, dude. Look at this. He says, America's 250th birthday year so far. He says, Trump won the war with Iran. UFC came to the White House lawn. USA is hosting FIFA, which was like decided years ago, right? The S&P is on track to close above 8,000. Ooh. Gas is going down. Jobs are up. The flag is flying high. I mean, none of that is really true. This is the greatest comeback story in human history. He says, look, we've won the culture war. Okay? God bless this beautiful country. They've won the culture war. Like, yo, I'm going to prove to you right now they haven't won the culture war. All right, you ready, guys? You ready? Here's why. If we look at some of these people, dude, look at their huge fucking right-wing influencers, okay? We got End Wokeness Anonymous, all right? Right? We got Wall Street Mav, right? Whatever. What is his name, dude? This guy, Anonymous, okay? Right? They've all blocked me, right? I mean, we had libs of TikTok who would be anonymous if it wasn't for Taylor Lorenz doing a little bit of research, but she tried to be anonymous, okay? Right? You know what I'm saying? You have like most of these people, most of these really big influencers, okay, around here are all anonymous, right? You have fucking cynical, whatever this guy's name is, Publius. This guy's another guy who's anonymous. He got outed too. He got outed. You have 𝗏𝗏𝗏, the writer for Red State. Another one, right? 𝗏𝗏𝗏, anonymous. Okay. And so here's the scoop, guys. Like 75% of these big right-wing influencers or big right-wing voices are anonymous profiles. Why? Because their political and worldview is so trashy that they can't associate themselves with their actual politics because they're wildly unpopular and they're wildly hated. Okay. So they are like having to hide behind anonymous profiles. Now, I would just like to proffer up this little bit of information. When all of the right-wing influencers are, a face to an existence, they're actual, like, real people living real lives where they stand for their principles. They're not hiding behind anonymous shit and all this AstroTurf stuff. Then you can start talking about, like, even having won some battles of the culture war. But this idea that you've won the culture war when most of your influencers still have to hide is like, yo, you haven't won shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how have you won? You overturned Roe v. Wade and, is that a win? You think you've won? Have you ended abortion? No. You've just made the whole world fucking hate you. Right? You've made young women more liberal than ever before because they realize you're disgusting pigs. Like, come on, bro. But dude, Benny posts this like every week. We've won the culture war, guys. We've won the culture war. Dude, he posted it days in a row. Look at this thing he did the other day. The day after, the day of this thing. What did he post? Look at this. There has been an energy shift. Did you feel it? We are going to win. Libs have been set back 1,000 years. by this. They have no answer. And yes, patriots are in control. Dude, 1,000 years, huh? Like, what did we lost all our we've lost all our indoor plumbing. We have no computers anymore. Telephones are gone. Fucking, right? There's no refrigeration. Yeah, I went in the kitchen and there was just an ice box in there. And I'm like, yo, Jenny, what's up? Why is there an ice box? What happened to our refrigerator? And she's like, yo, dude, the refrigerator, they took it. We lost 1,000 years because of the UFC fight. They took all our appliances. Like, literally, we have a fucking wood-burning stove now. Like, what the fuck? Dude, the culture war will be won when the American dream is back. Let's go! Idiots. Right? What are we doing, dude? You know, and I'm sorry, dude, the UFC fight, I don't even think it was like that huge of a deal. Okay? I like this guy right here. Do you see this pic? Dude, this pic is amazing. This guy is all of us. Right? This guy right here is all of us, boss. Look at his face. He's just like, yo, right? And dude, what is up with Melania? Bro, what is up with her face, dude? She's melting. Oh my God, she's unhinged. Sorry, I gotta kick the fan up, guys. It's hot as shit in here. All right. Dude, the Kermit phone is definitely more relevant. Isn't that guy's face amazing? I don't know who he is. He's got a lanyard on, so he looks like he works for, like, the broadcast team or something, but he is just like, yo, get me the fuck out of here, bro. He is like, yo, baby. GTFO. All right? Now, one thing I do want to say about you know, dude, I want to see Benny. We're going to watch Benny talk about this at 2 a.m. But guys, I do want to say one thing about this. This event was like the Epstein class, okay? It was the Epstein class. The only people allowed here were people that were insiders that were given tickets. It was a complete Epstein class affair, unless you wanted to buy a space for $1.5 million, okay? This whole thing was just a jerk-it fest for the Epstein class. And then the hillbillies got kept outside in front of like a big screen TV where, by the way, if you look at them, dude, the hillbillies, they were out there fighting, guys. Look at this shit. You want to see some redneck shit? Dude, here's what was going on out in the non-Epstein class. You ready? Watch this. This is the UFC fans brawling outside.
Yo, watch out, cops, you're going to jail, bro, you fucked up.
Hey, he just attacked me. Hey.
No, stop!
Dude.
Get down! Get down!
I got you, bro, I saw it.
Dude.
Dude! Jail, bro, you fucked up.
That's what was going on outside, right? Dude, it is like two of the stubbiest, like, you see these guys? Dude, it's like Stephen Chung versus Stephen Chung, bro.
Yo, watch out, cops, you're going to jail, bro, you fucked up.
Hey, he just attacked me. Hey.
No, stop!
Dude, he fucking beat the shit out of that guy.
I got you, bro. I got you. I saw him.
Dude, and they're just standing out there, right? They're just standing out there in front of a TV set, beating the shit out of each other. Dude, what the fuck, bro? Yo, there you go, boss. Demonstrable pituitary. Dude. Dude, Sam. You're Sam. You're cracking me up, bro. Dude, yeah, this is amazing, bro. We are winning the culture war, dude. Dude, but the guy, like, look at him. The dude's arms are crossed. And this guy just fucking launches in there, bro. Like, what the fuck is even going on, dude? Dude. What is going on? Yeah, good to see you too, boss. The snow puppies have arrived. Hold on, I'll get the goal going. I saw somebody mention that. We'll get it going, dude. Let's go. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well, though, boss. I'm glad you're staying sane. But yeah, so this is, you know, right? I should probably fucking put a link to this at some point, right? Isn't that funny? Oh, fuck, bro. Just brawling, right? Yeah, no, Moto, you're not wrong. Okay, like I said, I worked at a bar here in Portland called the Belmont Inn. And back in the day, in like 2007, okay, 2008, we had the UFC pay-per-views. And for a while, we were like the only bar in Southeast Portland that did that, right? And so we had these crazy nights where the bar would get so packed, and every single night that we had a UFC night, it was like once a month or something, right? I think it was once a month. It was on a schedule, but we had all the big UFC nights on all these TVs and piped in stereo through the whole bar. And the bar would just get so packed, like shoulder to shoulder. And there would be like 5 of these every night. Dude, every night we had to have multiple extra security guys because it would just be on, dude. It was like brain dead rage beasts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the fans of UFC, I'm sure there are fans that like the sport of it. But let me just tell you, a lot of UFC fans are just men with very limited ability to manage their emotions. They are. There are a lot of guys who have no emotional regulation capacity whatsoever. They're just totally emotionally dysregulated, and they manage their emotions like 8-year-olds, where they just get like, can't let go of something, and they want to fucking throw fists. And that's like 70% of the crowd are people that watch that as a relief from their own rage issues. And they get drunk and it just becomes a disaster. Okay? It does. And I will say too, most of them cannot fight. Okay? Most of them cannot fight. Now, guys, I don't want to blame it. It's not like these guys are defective. Okay? It's not that. I think in America, particularly, and maybe worldwide, but definitely in America, we have a problem with the way we socialize men, okay? We socialize men in a very ineffective, isolating, and abusive way that separates men and leaves them alone and leaves them like stripped of the ability to emotionally regulate because we don't require them to. We like let them off the hook and we baby them and we fucking, they're so privileged that they never have to work through like not getting what they want mostly. And so we do a really poor job of socializing men to, you know, get the appropriate like human contact and touch and hugging and, you know, physical displays of affection and learning how to talk about their feelings instead of just acting out on them. Like we have a real problem with the way we fucking do this shit. You know? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a societal problem. Okay? It is. It's a societal problem that like, you know, we don't manage it well. Right? You like MMA, but you don't like UFC? I could see that. I mean, I feel like MMA probably I'm sure there's an art and a grace to it. You know, I just think the UFC kind of makes it like the WWE. And it makes it like it becomes like a social identity thing, but it's all really about fakeness and money and fake masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just it, guys. Like, equating masculinity with toughness is a really bad idea. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean? It's a big reason why single men fare way worse than single women without a romantic partner. Oh, yeah, no, I know. That's to Hinge. That's exactly right. That's another thing. It's part of our societal, that religious marriage thing. There is a societal thing where it is as though the women are supposed to like get to the root of the man's emotional fucking well-being or something, right? Yeah, you said you have a short. I covered the guy though. I covered that Hokit guy yesterday. I already made a video about him. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? I do. I will look at the short, but I made a video about Hokit and his little fucking thing. I don't know what you put in there. You said you got another short about him. Oh, or is it about Sean Strickland? Right? Oh, yeah, no, the guy throwing up. Yeah, no, I know. We saw that one too, the throwing up. But I did make a video. I did not make a video about the throwing up part. I have that saved, and maybe I'll look at it. But we did look at that like 2 nights ago, the night before the UFC thing. It's so disturbing, Rage. You're like so spot on how fucking disturbing it is. Because you're right. It's not like culture. You know what I'm saying? It's not about culture. It's about like, you know, it's about fucking being incendiary and about trying to make people feel shitty. Can I show you something, guys? Can I show you something? Let's watch something here that I feel like there's something I saw today that really sums it up. And it was about Asmongold. Okay? And you ready? So watch this, dude. It is Asmongold and Hassan. Watch this bit. So somebody here, okay, one of the Hassan meme accounts, they juxtaposed the end of stream. They have Asmongold saying goodbye to his audience and Hassan saying goodbye to his audience. Okay? And as you might imagine, Hassan's like, you know, get involved, go to the DSA, start a union, get active, don't, you know, touch grass, go be a real person. But I think what's important is to watch what Asmongold says, because listen to what his message is to his audience. He's leaving for the day, and watch what he says to the people who watch him.
I will promise you guys that I will never, ever, ever get tired of making things worse for them. I will never get, and whenever people think that it's too much, whenever they think that you're going too far, I will say we are not even halfway done. Like, I promise I will never let you guys down. I will do everything that I can to do whatever I can to these people. I don't like them. I don't like them. Somebody's got to do it. And I appreciate you guys that, you know, all of you guys that are against these people on social media, like, you guys do a lot. I think it's important to make the environment for them as unpleasant and unwelcoming as possible. I mean, and again, keep in mind, that's the way that they would do. Like, I'll continue making the environment for them incredibly unpleasant. But I'll be back on tomorrow. I might start earlier tomorrow. There's like a 10% chance of that.
All right, so that's his closing message, guys. Is like, his whole thing is about them, right? I'm gonna make them uncomfortable. I'm gonna make them unwelcome. Them, whoever them is, right? There's no definition. It's just who, not his group, right? But what's wild about that is how you notice that his existence there, everything he's about is about these other people, right? Isn't that wild? You know, now listen to Hassan's bit here.
I don't want to lead you down a pit of despair, to be sad, lonely, and angry all the fucking time. I want you to be angry at the right things and use that anger and resentment for designing a more productive future for yourself and others, right? That's why I always urge you to touch grass, urge you to be normal, urge you to go out and fucking organize in your communities, organize labor unions in your workplace, join the DSA, go out and door knock for candidates, right? Phone bank. That's it. I want you to be the best possible version of yourselves. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will bid you adieu.
See, now think about the way I say goodnight every night, right? With the message of like taking care of your mental health, staying fucking fit, and community organizing, getting fucking right, getting connected to shit and dancing, experiencing joy. But it's like so, it's just so interesting here, okay? Because this thing that Asmongold is talking about appears to be a significant portion of their worldview, where they're not even living for themselves, right? He's living to make other people uncomfortable, right? Let's make other people uncomfortable. Right? Yes, that's their whole shtick, is to cause discomfort in others. Okay? Now, what's interesting about this is the way our wires get crossed. Okay? Because, like, for instance, guys, you ready? Hear me out. Somebody from Asmongold's set would say, hey, man, you guys have Pride Night and you're trying to make me uncomfortable. And it's like, no. Pride Night is about making gay people feel safe and comfortable. It's about sharing comfort with other people. If right, you might feel uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? But like, Pride Night is not, nobody's having Pride Night, so they're like, wow, we're gonna piss off all the fucking church people. Let's have a Pride Night. No, you have a Pride Night so gay people, LGBTQ people can go there and feel safe and comfortable and welcomed. So the thing is about making people more comfortable. It's about opening the community and expanding it. But they're like, oh, every time they feel uncomfortable, they think the thing that made them feel uncomfortable was done on purpose to make them feel uncomfortable. And the reason they think that way is because their worldview is about doing things to make people feel uncomfortable, right? So they're caught in like a circular pit of despair of their own making. Dude, Lynn's videos, let's go! Evening punks, especially Peter's stats. Let's go. Stephanie says, you're all radiant. You are indeed. And Sam says, snow puppies dance at the gate of Valhalla. Let's go. Oh, it's wild. It's just such a crazy worldview. Right? Isn't that wild? Dude, that's fucking wild shit, boss. Right? Wild, wild shit. Right? Dude. Dude. All right. I have a limited amount that I can watch that guy. Right? A very limited amount that I can watch that guy. But yeah, dude, here was the people, dude. Right? These guys got warned about writing on their hats. Oh, dude. Look at this, though. This guy's so you can be forced to wear a uniform with a value statement you disagree with in the MLB, but you aren't allowed to state your disagreement with the values, right? The clear solution here is to just wear normal uniforms and stop Pride nights. No, I mean, the clear solution, as I've said before, is if you don't like Pride nights, then don't join a professional sports league. Nobody's forcing you to be in the MLB. You're choosing to sign a contract. And what does that contract mean? That means you're going to be representing a city. That means your behavior is going to be under the microscope. If you get a DUI or something, you may lose your job, right? That means there's going to be Pride nights. That means there's going to be sponsor patches on your arm, and you may not like the sponsor of your team. You may disagree with the values of the sponsor of your team, but you don't get to go against that shit. You are signing up to participate in the things that the MLB does, and you're agreeing to it all in exchange for those millions of dollars, you know? So if you don't like the fucking Pride night, like, you know, then don't join the MLB. Right? Go find a baseball league in North Korea or some shit, right? Or whatever. Maybe the Uganda baseball league, hardcore Christians. It's like, come on, boss. You know what I mean? Like, give me a fucking break, dude. Dude, and they're all crying about it. Who sponsored Trump's UFC event? It was Bud Light. Remember when they were canceling Bud Light? Dude, 𝗙𝗍𝗏𝗏, though, he's a scoundrel, boss. He is a scoundrel. But they're all in here. Dude, they're all crying about it. Oppressed Christians. Dude, look at this guy. This guy is such an idiot right here. Dude, John Root. He says Major League Baseball is openly discriminating against Christian players. Oh, dude. Oh, John Root. Oh, I have the tiny violin for you. The tiny Bud Light violin is playing. Oh. It's playing. Dude, such crybabies. Dude. get wrecked. Dude. Oh. Dude, every Christian player should protest. These guys are such clowns, bro. You know what I mean? Dude, I love this person. Imagine being such a fucking moron you think Pride Month is about gay sex. Dude, it's amazing. Dude, oh, Andrew Colvett, the MLB, better tread carefully. They think they're so powerful, boss, right? And look at this one, guys. Okay, you ready? Hold on here. Hello from Puerto Rico and Arizona. Let's go, Jamie! Let's go. Guys, look at this one. Because I almost replied to this one, but then I didn't because I just didn't want to give this guy fucking fuel. But look at what this guy says. If MLB had a Christianity night and all players were required to wear crosses, people would lose their minds and want to opt out. But like, guys, why do they keep comparing Pride Night to Christianity? Okay? Don't you find that weird? That, like, they're always using their religion as a comparison. Like, oh, we would never force you to wear crosses. But, like, dude, Pride Night is not a religion, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you compare the two? Okay? A religion is something you're choosing a belief system you're choosing to apply to yourself with a deity and rules and a fable and all that shit. Dude, Pride Night is like, yo, gay people, you're safe. You're not going to get your heads kicked in, okay? It is not a religion. They keep acting like it is. They act like, right? And in fact, you don't get to choose if you're gay either. That's another thing too, you know? And it's like so weird that like they want to, like their religion is 100% indoctrination. A kid is born into a religious family and they're forced to be a Christian. They are forced to go to church, to go to Sunday school, to get confirmed, to whatever, the catechism, whatever they do. They are forced into it. It is a requirement imposed upon their kids, okay? Gay parents are going to have straight kids, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, a friend of mine, his dad and mom, they got divorced when they were like 50 because the dad finally admitted to everyone he was gay. But dude, this gay man had nothing but straight kids. All his kids were straight, okay? Dude, you know what I mean? Like, give me a break. Dude, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. It is so stupid. And on top of it, dude, they're San Francisco, bro. They are literally, their team is like gay pride, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Dude, Angel Ninja, let's go. Let's go, guys. All right, 9 minutes. You were born lesbian? Hey, if you're a lesbian, you were born lesbian. Dude, let's go. Dude, DT dance. Let's go. Fire or Paula for beat stats. Keep them awake. Let's go. There we go, wins. All right, guys. Dude, 22-9, baby. Dude, we're getting it right now. All right, we're getting this shit right now. No overtime. One shot. Let's go. Secure the dance. Hashtag secure the dance. It's like, I hate to break it to you, ball players, but if you play for San Francisco, you are repping gay pride. Ethan! I mean, San Francisco literally is gay pride, you know? Dude, Sam, snow puppies keep turning circles. Let's go, Sam. Let's go, baby. You only get one shot. Tonight, we are Eminem. I am Eminem. You are Eminem. And then we're going to fucking secure this dance party. And then we're going to get into it. We're going to do a little wrap up. We're going to look at G7. Okay, we have to look at Candace. Dude, Candace. Like Butler was trending today because of Candace. Lady B, faster we dance, the more punk news content we get. Let's go. This is true. Dude, Lynn's videos, let's go. Little Paula for the soul. Sakatara. I did not see the clip, but I did see the picture, yes, that Kyle read out the tweet about, right? That he read out the tweet. Should we watch it? Dude, it's a good tweet, right? The one about Elon getting all that money and about how the wealthy get socialism and it's get fucktism for the rest of us. Dude, this is a good tweet. Let's watch the clip. Yeah, find me the clip. Somebody, like, get the clip and the timestamp. We'll watch it. I'm down. I love Kyle. Dude, let's go, baby. Love me some Kyle. Dude, Paula White is crazy as shit, dude. We're going to watch a little Benny Johnson. We're going to watch a little fucking Candace Owens. We're going to watch all our favorite fucking right-wing weirdos. We're going to see a little bit of Trump at the G7. Dude, Trump was like, dude, what the fuck is up with this guy? I think for a while he thought Melania, I think he thought Brigitte Macron was Melania. I think he forgot who he was like standing next to. I thought he was going to feel her up or some shit. Dude, did you see his hand? Oh my God, dude, his hand was like swollen like 3 times the normal size. Trump is not well, guys. Let's go. 6 minutes, guys. 18 and 6. Dude, while we're talking about Musk, somebody mentioned Musk. Look at what 𝗙ecie𝗶𝗹𝗀𝗀 wrote about Musk, okay? Look at what he said. He said, to all the people dunking on Elon, I want to see you grow up as a white boy in apartheid South Africa, as the son of a wealthy emerald mine owner, unethically take control of Tesla, not make a profit for 20 years, grift off a mere $5 billion in government subsidies, then IPO a company operating on a $4.2 billion in annual losses. Sure, he grew up hella privileged, never actually invented anything, started 2 inches from home plate, and enjoys Nazi salutes. But isn't that just the colonizer's American dream? I rest my case. Dude, isn't that amazing? Dude, it's like, yo, that's exactly what Elon did. Dude, let's go. Come on, punks. It's $2. Lynn's videos. Let's go, dude. Endgrain coming in hot. We can do this. Tonight we dance. Yep. Dude, snow puppies, wine in hopeful anticipation. Dude, 𝗍𝗪𝗔𝗍. Let's go back in the house. 5 minutes, baby. All right, 14 and 5. But, dude, that's literally it. Elon grew up a wealthy white kid in South Africa. He snaked Tesla, okay? He didn't, like, create Tesla. He bought into something and then fucking snaked it from the people who started it in a very, like, less than ethical manner, all right? And then no money, no profit until electric vehicle credits and a bunch of government subsidies. And now he becomes a trillionaire on a company that's not even turned a profit, dude. Right? Like, come on, bro. I'm certain I could create a company that loses $4 billion, guys. I'm sure of it. I bet I could make a company that doesn't lose any money. Okay? I bet I could. Right? What a colonizer, though. Just such a douchebag, dude. Dude, he is a douchebag. Red necky. And then what did he do, dude? Look at this. Here's one of Elon's guys. You ready? Guys, 3 minutes. 13 and 3, baby. Let's go. Dude, 𝗍𝗪𝗔𝗍 again. Let's go. 13 and 3, guys. Watch this.
Lost important income to support their lives.
No. I think it was more important to reduce the federal deficit from $2 trillion to close to zero.
Right. Did you reduce the federal deficit?
No, we didn't.
So you weren't able to reduce the deficit, and you still don't regret that people lost some of their livelihood based on your actions?
Objection.
No.
Do you see that line of questioning? Like the lawyer says to the kid, do you feel bad that you cut a whole bunch of shit and a whole bunch of people lost their livelihood? And the kid's like, no, because it was really important to reduce the deficit. And then they're like, oh, okay, did you reduce the deficit? And he's like, no. And they're like, so since you didn't reduce the deficit, do you feel bad that all those people paid a price and you didn't even accomplish your goal? Then his lawyer's objection. Dude, fucking... Dude, this is the 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗀𝗀, my friends. Bro, this is the testicular 𝗙𝗪𝗔𝗍, right? The testocracy. Dude, what a fucking idiot. All right, guys, 7 away, baby. Dude, Endgrain, we got Drea coming in hot. We got Jenna X-Ray Dragon. Dude, we got Deece, Dark Woke Nate, Paula. Let's go. Hey! Dude, Lynn's, hey, gets going. I can't do them all. Let's go. All right, guys. 7 away, 6 away. Snow puppies climb uphill. Let's go, Sam. And then there were 6. 6 and 2, baby. Dude, MJ, let's go. Oh, all right. We'll get a little Trumpy explosion going. 5 away, guys. 5 away. Dude, we're nailing it. And then there were 5. 5 in 1.5. Dude. Dude, Doge. What a huge failure, guys. A huge failure, right? With the Doge. That is just so brutal. 𝗍𝗡𝗍𝗍, let's go. 4 away, guys. The final 4. We get an NBA thing. Who is the Paula? Paula, that's Paula White. That is Trump's spiritual advisor and our favorite hardcore Christian prosperity preacher who wears stiletto heels. Dude, MJ, let's go. Dude, Drea, let's go. Dude, she's kind of like, you know, we believe a sex positive preacher. Dude, grab Kermit some flies with this one. Let's go, Lady B. 𝗍𝗡𝗍𝗍, let's go. There it is. Go. The finish line is near. We hit it. Let's go, Ingrain. Oh. Dude, let's fucking go, boss. Just like that. Dude, yeah, she is this White House spiritual advisor, and she, of course, took Robert Morris's job because he had to go to prison on SA charges for having SA'd, you know, a 13-year-old girl for several years back in the 80s. Dude, Grando Reaper says, don't worry, I have the gift of the Spirit to translate tongues. You said Red Bull, so saith the Lord of the hosts. Let's go, Grando. Love it, dude. Thank you, boss. Jewel of the Nile. Let's go. Thank you, Jewel. 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗀𝗧𝗏. All right, you ready? Let's get in here. Dude, let's watch. I want to watch a little bit of the Benny Johnson stuff, okay? Because Benny Johnson went to, you know, dude, look at what Benny did, dude. Benny fucking went to the UFC. He is like, oh my God, I had the greatest night. And now he's tired. It's 2 a.m. Look at him. Dude, he looks like he has been partying, dude. Even though you got it, let's go wins. Thank you. We love to see it. Dude, look at Benny. He's looking like a gay Nazi, boss. Pretty pink progressive. Let's go. Dude, I would like to remember Oliver Tree. Yeah, no, mad props to Oliver Tree. It's really sad, the helicopter accident. Although I do have to say, okay, it is like, dude, those helicopter crashes, horrifying. And the guy was obviously a talent, but I cannot endorse the Oliver Tree haircut, okay? I'm sorry. That, like, rest in peace, Oliver, and your artistry is going to be missed, but, bro, that haircut was just wrong, okay? That haircut was just, should never have been tolerated, all right? I love the guy's energy, but, dude, I cannot condone the haircut, all right? So as part of my condolences, I'm going to say be safe in the air, and, dude, I love fucking that Oliver Tree guy, but, like, bro, dude, that hair was so bad, dude. That was so bad. Dude, there's like a generation of kids that are going to emulate that shit, dude, that are going down the wrong path. Dude, but I will say this, though. You ready? You ready? The Tupperware, though, I think was like, it has never sold more, dude. The bowl cut was fucking returned, boss. Dude, can I just tell you, I always wanted to make a video, guys. I wanted to make a video that was like, you remember those commercials about, you know, those commercials about like the poor kids, the hungry Sally Struthers would be on them and they'd be like, oh, if you want to, you know, pans through this poor community, there's like skin and bones children and they, oh, just give $20 a month and you can save a child. So I always wanted to make one that was 𝗍𝗡𝗍𝗍, 𝗍𝗡𝗍𝗍. I've had this in my head where it pans along and it talks about the struggles and it's about the foundation to end bowl cuts in children. And then it pans over. It's a bunch of kids with bowl cuts. Dude, donate to 𝗍𝗡𝗍𝗍. I never filmed it, but it was always one of those like joke PSAs that I wanted to make because I grew up, dude, watching kids get these bowl cuts, dude. And they used to get so harassed. So I just cannot endorse the bowl cut. All right. I cannot endorse the bowl cut. All right. So looks like we have a link to the Kyle thing. Let's watch the Kyle clip on us. And then we'll watch the Kyle clip and then we'll go into Benny. All right. 8:18. All right. Here we go.
The first trillionaire being announced before the end of child poverty is not a success story. It's a moral failure. That's completely correct. Political Punk says Elon Musk was given tens of billions in government contracts and tax breaks and was able to take a company that lost 41 billion and somehow become a trillionaire. You will pay Social Security your whole life and they'll tell you it's an entitlement when you try to collect it. Exactly correct. If you spent $1 million
it's true.
every day,
true.
You try to collect it.
He didn't read the bottom, but I like the bottom down here. Socialism for the rich, get fucktism for everyone else. Let's go. Dude, thank you, Kyle. Dude, Elf, let's go, baby. I know I've seen that 30-30 situation. I don't know what you're talking about right now, but this is for your son. Let's go. Dude, I love it, Elf. Thank you, boss. Dude, I will make sure that Bryce is well taken care of, sir. Always, always. Tig ol' bitties. Let's fucking go. Let's go, dude. The Tig ol' bitties. I love it. Dude, I love it. Nick Fuentes replied to me. Did Nick Fuentes reply to me? No. No, this is Nick Freitas, right? This is some Christian fucking influencer dude named Nick Freitas who has like 500,000 followers or whatever. And he fucking called me a liar. And then he wrote a fucking book about all of the subsidies or whatever that Tesla got. But dude, he was all pissed off. He replied to me a bunch and I just ignored his ass, right? I just ignored his ass because I'm sorry, when people have Christian in their profile, dude, I'm normally not going to get into it with them. But yeah, no, he's some dude. I have no idea who he is. But he has a little case of the Tommies. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Thank you, Kyle. We love you, boss. Dude, Charlie Kirk has not responded to me. All right, but you ready? Let's see Benny. I want to see this. I want to see this glow, the culture war glow of these right-wingers. You ready? Here's Benny.
It is 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Washington, D.C., and I have just returned from the White House witnessing an American rebirth. Libtards have no answer and have been set back 1,000 years by the America 250 celebration.
It's true, guys. It's true. I woke up this morning and all of my indoor plumbing had been removed. All of our appliances were gone. My car, my fucking Toyota Camry hybrid sport with a sunroof, I went outside and it was a fucking horse-drawn carriage, guys. I shit you not. We have been set back 1,000 years. I had to shit in a bucket today and carry it all the way down to the river. Okay, so I can attest to Benny, this UFC event has, there's no lights right now. I have several guys like pedaling on wooden things to keep the computers running tonight. It's like there's a bunch of bearded men out in the backyard, like working on these wooden contraptions simply to keep these monitors powered. It is like, we are so defeated. Okay, we are defeated.
And military performance platform apparatus of the UFC Battle Royale octagon fight under the claw in the South Lawn of the White House. The single greatest sporting event in the history of our country and maybe the world just took place. The aesthetics were like a shot to the heart of every patriot to confirm that patriots are in fact in control. Patriots are in control as President Trump and Dana White made their way through the White House. This is me making my way into the claw to witness
the
history.
Claw. Dude, what's going on? He's got a little something on his face over there.
How anyone
see that over here
could not be so filled with overwhelming pride at our nation.
Yo, Benny, what's up, buddy? Yeah, it's Political Punk here. No, I'm watching your video from 2 a.m. and you mentioned pride, and I'm thinking you're looking pretty full of pride. I'm wondering, what's that thing on the right side of your lip, boss? I'm noticing a growth over there. Is that like a chancre? You got an open sore or something? Have you been hitting the grinder pretty hard? Like, what's going on, boss? Because you're looking like a little bit like, you know, some guys I knew that used to hang out at the dance clubs with fucking whippets and shit, boss. You all right? You hanging in? You got somebody in the motel room with you? Because you're looking a little scuffed just between you and me. And I noticed that, dude, all day today, you were like going hard on Gavin Newsom. So I was wondering, and you know, the people that watch this show were wondering, did Gavin, did he hit the ravenous mossy bank or what? Because it kind of feels like it's a little personal with you and him. And so, you know, I mean, I know you don't have any chance with Gab, but I was wondering has he been tapping the woman? Right? Benny, yo, Benny, slow down, buddy. Dude, Benny, put down the leather switch. Come on, buddy. Benny. All right, fuck you. Bye-bye. Dude, oh shit. He was going hard on Gavin Newsom, boss. We were talking pummeling. Dude, Benny on the block.
The love of the country, the chills of listening to these uniformed service members, which again made up 70% of the audience. I'm filming this. This is my perspective.
Dude, Benny, 70% service members. Dude, Benny is like dreaming of a mattress down in the lower deck of an aircraft carrier. You know what I'm saying? We're talking like mechanics grease and like hot towels and fucking steaming, sweating military extravaganza. Dude, attention! Dude, he can smell the fucking Vicks Vapor Rub from here, boss.
Where I was sitting during the flyover, you could listen. Zach Brown band playing.
Dude, wow. Oh, the land of the free.
Fighter jets.
Oh, there it is. Wow.
Roaring.
Dude. And then he was crying about Pride Month like less than 12 hours later, dude. Less than 12 hours later, he's like, I'm never watching the MLB again. Dude.
In the Empire submission formation, and we saw submission after submission after submission.
Dude, you notice that though? The Empire submission formation, and we saw submission after submission after submission. But that's what they want, guys. They want submission. They want, right? I mean, look at him. He's like, oh my God, we saw so much submission. Like, no offense, guys, but who the fuck gets off on watching submission? That's so weird, dude. It's like, you know, like with Jenny. I don't want Jenny to submit to me. Dude, I want Jenny to, like, flourish. I want her to be, like, outgrowing me, outshining me. I don't want her submitting to me. I didn't want my kid to submit to me. I wanted my son to tell me to fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the weird, like, obsession with submission? Like, what the fuck, bro? Even though Benny's he's got a pair of handcuffs, like, just out of frame. He's ready to tie up, dude.
My boy, Bo Nickel, crushing. You saw Canadians get KO'd.
Oh, those
Sugar Sean.
Those dang Canadians. Dude.
Just absolutely demolishing his opponent. Bo Nickel, who I consider a friend and has been a friend of our program, has been on the show a couple of times, going over and dapping up Trump. He told me he was going to dap up Trump after he submits his opponent, and he did. A man of his word, same thing.
After he submits his opponent? Wait, did he submit his opponent? Or like, dude, what is going on, bro? Oh my God.
With Sean O'Malley, just pure energy, love and respect. The two fighters, Sean O'Malley sleeps a Canadian. The crowd goes insane. The crowd goes absolutely ballistic. I don't know what else to say, man. This was a shot to the heart that the nation needed. It was so beautiful.
Dude, he's showing like the same clip. Oh, have you noticed? He just keeps showing the same clips over and over and over again. He's got like 100 windows open on this shit.
To see everybody unite around something that we could all agree with. That America kicks ass, that combat sports kick ass, that there's something worth fighting for in this nation, that we can put on these productions and highlight our military and first responders and the strength of our country right after making a historic peace deal.
Dude, yeah, we'll see about that historic peace deal. The jury's still out on that.
And that not everything has to be toxic, political, or divisive. Actually, if we like the toxicity and divisiveness of like the Pride Month transgender grotesqueness of Joe Biden's last, year, 2 years ago.
Dude, they're still upset because a trans woman showed her boobs at a Pride Month picnic in 2024, bro. Dude, I mean, I get it that like Benny, if he saw a pair of boobs, he would burst into flames. But like, dude, he's so not straight. Like, how hard is it for Benny? How hard is it for him to sit there and rant about the toxic pride trans Biden? Oh, when he's like, everybody knows Bendy is grinding it up, right? Benny is grinding it up, bro. He is grinder TPUSA boys in the hotel room all the way, dude. And he's like, oh, those dirty. Dude, I called him Bendy. Dude, I think I should. Bendy Johnson, dude. Bendy Johnson. It's going to be my new nickname. He is so obviously like G.
Right? They were all taking off their clothes and prancing around the White House lawn in front of children. That's what they were doing.
Dude, they weren't all. One trans woman had her boobs covered. Like, and I mean, to be honest, you ready for this, guys? This is a philosophical thing because I realize a lot of people may disagree with this, but like nudity for kids is not a big deal. Why? Because kids are not sexual. Dude, kids, I used to let my kid run around naked all the fucking time, bro. He just didn't like clothes. I didn't care. Who cares? Dude, in Germany, women go topless at public pools. So entire generations of men and women in Germany are going to be growing up like not even sexualizing these things. This idea that nudity is sexual, it is not. Okay, when I go to nudist environments like the Oregon Country Fair, you go into the fucking, the Ritz, it's the big saunas. You go in there at night and it is all ages of people. There's 10-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 50-year-olds. The band is naked. Everybody in there is naked in saunas and in showers and dancing to music. It's not a big deal. Nakedness is not even sexual, right? It's just, they're so dumb, bro. Yeah, no, they make it so weird, dude. Dude, people on nudist colonies, you go to Brighton Bush here in Oregon, there's nudism. Nobody fucking cares about this shit. The only time I think about homosexuality or cheating on your spouse is when I play Mozart opera. Elf! Let's go, baby! Dude, Elf! Dude, why is Mozart funky? Dude, let's go. Dude, I don't know a lot about Mozart, but let's go, baby.
We don't have to do that. That's decline. Decline is a choice.
Oh.
Was there a single moment during Biden's autopen presidency that made you feel proud? This stuff is just so cool. It is badass. That's my takeaway. Melania, Trump.
Dude, what the fuck is going on with Barron, though, dude? Dude, did you see this? We got to talk about this because even she's looking over. She's like, what the fuck? This image right here? Yo, dude, this image, we got to talk about this image. Because first off, look at Melania. She's wearing a cross. Like, bro, dude, Epstein's fucking main squeeze wearing a cross. That's a joke. That is some performative nonsense for starters, right? But look at her looking over at Barron. What in the Barron Trudeau is going on? Dude, he doesn't even look like himself anymore. Did they have like a substitute Barron? Seriously, if you look at Barron, if you look at him, I'm telling you, it is like they had a substitute. Look at this shit, bro. Who the fuck is that, dude? Who is that? That is not Barron Trump, bro. What? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, dude. Barron Trudeau. Dude, pre-dance tease. I rarely make it to the end. Let's go. We'll give you a pre-dance tweet. Woo! There it is. Dude, what in the hell, bro? Right? I mean, dude, look at him. There's Barron Trump. Right? Here's Barron Trump. Then, and Barron Trump now, bro. Dude, it's neglect. Maybe it is. He's looking like, I've always thought he wasn't Trump's kid. I swear to you, I always thought he wasn't Trump's kid, boss. And now it's looking more and more like he isn't, dude. Oh my God, bro. What the hell, dude? Dude, he is Trudeau maxing. Dude, Barron Trudeau. I just love this image because even this woman do we know who this woman is? She's looking over at him and she is like, who the fuck is that guy? Bro. Yeah, no, he looks nothing like Trump, dude. But Melania with the cross. Shit is crazy. Oh, shit, dude. Shit is wild. Dude, what in the Sam Hill, dude? Dude, he looks like a different person, bro. You know what I'm saying? He just totally looks like a different person, dude. Look at Melania. Dude, she is looking crazy, dude. Dude, look at her, dude. Look at Melania. Yo, Melanie, dude. What on earth? Dude. But, I mean, he doesn't look bad. He just looks different, dude. He looks like, kind of like Julian Casablancas. Right? He really does, man. He looks like when he was young, dude. He looks like a little bit like Julian Casablancas. Little bit. Julian Casablancas is better looking, right? Dude, Julian Casablancas is a good looking dude, bro. I mean, man, if I was a girl, I'd probably fucking have a mighty crush on this guy, dude. He's a good looking dude, right? He doesn't look as good as Julian, all right? He looks, dude, I'm serious. Dude, Julian's a looker, bro. I mean, he's got that voice. What is going on, though? Dude, he wins the award for, like, the biggest change. Seriously, biggest change, bro. That is the biggest change. Like, Julian is cool and artistic, not a nepotism shitter. Yeah, I mean, Julian is cool and artistic, but guys, Julian's had a little bit of nepotism too. I mean, he didn't get on with his dad, but certainly it was his family connections that helped the Strokes. And, you know, he went to a fancy boarding school and shit. But I'm not going to diss Julian, though, because he didn't, like, he developed a skill. He didn't just nepotism, so you're right about that. But Julian was definitely a rich kid and definitely a well-connected one at that. But, bro, he just doesn't look like he's taking care of himself. And it's possible that, you know, that this is aging him, right? Look at the eyebrows. I mean, the eyebrows look the same to me, right? He's got the thick and the thin. I mean, it definitely looks like him. You know, it's definitely him. He's just put a lot of weight on in his face. I think he's drinking a lot and maybe taking some pills. Okay? I do. He looks like he's been drinking and maybe taking pills. But I don't think he's Trump's kid, though, dude. Dude, I never thought he was Trump's kid. I'm sorry. I know people have said, oh, he looks like Trump. I have never thought this kid was Trump's kid. You think he looks better? I think, you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of, did you see 𝗙𝗍𝗽 Goes Down? He's got a little bit of the Kieran Culkin in 𝗙𝗍𝗽 Goes Down. I kind of get that vibe, like a little puffier face, kind of, you know, what a great movie that was. But yeah, it's got to be hard though, dude. You know what I mean? It's got to be hard to fucking be in that family, right? You know, because can I just tell you guys, I'm not sure that this kid is a sociopath, okay? I'm not sure of that. I think this kid is actually awkward and sensitive, and that's why I also think he's not Trump's kid. Like 𝗙𝗽𝗽𝗀 Trump, she's a fucking sociopath, okay? She's like, oh, limelight, oh, I'll take whatever, even if I don't deserve it. I'm 𝗙𝗽𝗽 Trump. Let's go to Erewhon. Oh, put me in the golf tournament. And dude, Laura Trump, fucking Ivanka, they're fucking sociopaths. But I've always thought that he was more like a sensitive, maybe even an artistic soul at heart. And probably being in that family is probably not fucking, not, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, she looks like a Trump, dude. He does not look like a Trump to me, man. Okay, the Trumps all have a weird eye thing. Okay, if you look at the Trumps, if you look at fucking Donald and shit, their eyes are weird, dude. Dude, Elf! Oh shit, bro! Let's go, Elf! Let's go! I don't know what your son wants, but give dollars for bills and hold for clothes until he's got some actual income. I will, Elf! Dude, thank you, boss! Let's go! Dude, I take good care of that kid. I send him a lot of fucking money, and I, pay his credit card and shit. So, oops, wrong button. There we go. Elf, thank you! Let's fucking go, baby! Let's go, dude. Elf is crazy. He is the best. But yeah, all right. Dude, don't feel sorry for him. Dude, I don't feel sorry for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel sorry for him, but he doesn't look so good, dude. He looks a little scuffed. Dude, I still think this is a, you know what I'm saying? I still think this is a fucking, I think they had a stand-in, dude. I don't think that's him, bro. Oh, here we go. Hold on, here's the Instagram. Oh, shit, look at him. Dude, he just looks so out of it, bro. He looks so out of it. Jesus, dude, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this guy? Dude, look at this guy, dude. This guy like ate Charlie Kirk for breakfast, dude. Bro, dude, Steve, go shoot. Let's go. Dude, this guy looks like he ate Charlie Kirk for breakfast over there, boss. Oh, he does go. Yeah. Well, I think, you know, this guy, think about this. Okay. Most people Barron's age do not like Donald Trump. Okay. Most people, especially, you know, like women Barron's age, 90% of them fucking hate Donald Trump, as they should. So this guy's in a tough spot, dude. You know what I mean? He's not like Benny, where he's gonna hanging out with the grinder TPUSA boys. Okay? But fuck this whole family, dude. All right, one more minute, then we're moving on.
Walked out, stunning, just stunning, aura maxing, stunning.
Maxing.
Look at this, Melania.
Dude, she looks like shit, dude. Dude, he's like, look at this, Melania. Dude, she looks so miserable, dude. Like, what the fuck, bro? What is this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this stuff? Dude, she looks terrible.
Come on. Makes you proud to be an American. 𝗤𝗍𝗄𝗎𝗓.
Makes you proud to be American with the first lady, the Epstein 𝗵𝗶. I've been here 30 years, but I can't speak at all. I can say Epstein 𝗵𝗶. If you want to touch Epstein 𝗵𝗶, go to back door now. Dude, she looks like they ran an Epstein train on her in the fucking Oval Office.
Firing up the troops. These guys are ready to run through a wall. 𝗤𝗍𝗄𝗎 is there, Secretary of Defense.
Dude, look at him.
People going.
Dude, Benny's like, oh, bunch of sweaty military guys. Dude, look at Benny. He is just like, oh, mechanics grease, a hot mattress in the fucking, on bivouac. Dude, Benny's like, oh.
How can you be against this? The summer of the Patriot is officially here.
Summer of the Patriot. Dude, what is he talking about, bro? Dude, look at him.
Lamest, most libtard thing that's
all right, here we go.
Coolest thing I've ever seen.
Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
Dude. Huh.
UFC event is probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. I regret nothing. 2 Americas tonight. That's right. They tried to counter program with one of the saddest, lamest, most libtard thing that's ever libtarded. Every winner at the UFC White House tonight is honoring and praising Jesus after their win, except for the guy that said Michelle Obama is a man.
All right, so this is the dude. This is the dude who replied under my tweet that was on Kyle Kulinski's tweet, right? You look at this guy. He said, thank God Trump won so I can watch UFC fights at the White House with nothing but patriotic commercials in between, instead of having to watch whatever left-wing, America-hating, land-acknowledging, drag show, commie trash Kamala Harris would have done. I voted for this. But like, bro, why were you even watching commercials in between, dude? You were watching this on a streaming service. Like, right? They're just monetizing the shit out of these idiots. Dude, this guy is like so soft, bro. He's so soft. Dude, land acknowledging. Oh my God. Dude, a land acknowledgement brings these guys to their knees. Now, guys, you ready? If a land acknowledgement fucks you up, like, you're a wuss, okay? You are. I'm serious. If you go, right, we have a theater here, and obviously in Oregon, there is a lot of, like, native land that was taken here, okay? All of Oregon is, like, hugely was native populated. So when you go to the theater here, like, they do land acknowledgements. But like, bro, if that shit like scuffs you, like, you're a wuss, okay? There's no way around it. Like, what the fuck? Nobody's asking you to get down and like rub your dick in the dirt. You know what I mean? You don't have to fucking lick the fucking rock. You know, it's like, it's just a land acknowledgement. Take the moment to like hear the names of the tribes. Maybe say them. Maybe think about like the feet that walked the ground before you put a house on that land. I mean, it's just really interesting to you guys all claim to like history, but the minute you acknowledge like the native people that roamed that land, like all of a sudden your balls shrivel up or something? You can't take a moment to appreciate, because think about this. If you live somewhere in North America, chances are there were native tribes that were stewards of that land, guys. Okay? If you like the farmers in the Midwest, they're only farming because for thousands of years, native tribes were stewards of that land, boss. You know what I'm saying? Every great thing we have that we have pulled out of the land here in America is because of the 10,000 years of people roaming that land, fucking, you know, commingled with the ecosphere in a way that helped make it fertile and help, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with connecting with that energy. It's like, God, these guys are such wusses, okay? They're such wimps, dude.
Thank God Trump won. I can watch the UFC fights at the White House with nothing but patriotic commercials in between, instead of having to watch whatever left-wing, America-hating, land-acknowledging drag show commie trash Kamala Harris would have done. I voted for this. I'm not a Donald Trump supporter, but this is the coolest shit I've ever seen. It's called the Super Delta Formation.
Oh, wow. Dude, the Super Delta Formation. Wow. Dude, nobody was watching this thing, bro. I thought this thing was really sparsely watched. You know what I mean? As far as this shit goes, it was like super sparsely watched. All right, Benny, closing argument. You ready? Bring us home, buddy.
But
come on,
it's
Benny.
okay to love America.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay to embrace.
You just can't love gay and trans America unless you love them in your TPUSA hotel room while your wife is crying in the hotel bar and you just hush, don't tell anyone.
How awesome this country is, and America Max. And to say that America isn't done,
Max.
We're not in controlled decline. America's just getting started. We own space. We have the greatest military in the world, with the greatest people in the world, with the biggest economy in the world.
Dude, they hate most of the people.
We still have free speech. We still have
free speech until you say something about Charlie Kirk.
Innovation. We still have a capitalist economy. We still have the ability to create and build and to unlock the human potential, the God-given human potential that our Creator gave us.
The God-given human potential that our Creator gave us. Dude, what does that even mean, bro? He is just a word salad. He is like a closeted gay word salad in a starched shirt, dude.
And that's because our country was founded right by the right people. And we should embrace that those people were exceptional.
Slave owners.
Incredible men.
Slave owners.
Honor them. And honor them by being great Americans. And that's what it proved to me. It's the single greatest event of my entire life.
Dude, Benny Johnson's camel toe is on fire, my friend.
I've never seen, I'll never witness anything like it ever again.
Wow. Dude, that's crazy. Isn't that crazy? Because like you look here and it feels like Benny has hit the apex of his life. Like he thinks like, oh my God, I'm never going to be as like fully American as I was, surrounded by, 1,000 military sweaty men at the fucking Octagon on the White House lawn while worshiping an 80-year-old Epstein trafficker. Like, bro, dude.
And
so
I'm
weird.
Deeply thankful that they let me go. Witness a part of history.
Where was your wife, Benny?
Thank you for following along. Tons of other content that I have up on X.
Dude, why wasn't his wife there?
But proud to be an American more than ever.
Dude, where was his wife, dude? I gotta ask. Dude, I already replied there. I said how posting every day about how they are the culture and then the fetal position crying about the woke mob. All right, thank you, Benny. We appreciate you, boss. He's a lover, not a fighter. Oh. Now again, guys. Dude. Cool. You did a UFC fight at the White House. Great. I'm very happy for you guys. But unfortunately, there's a lot more to being a president than having a UFC fight at the White House. Okay? Let's get to work on all those campaign promises, the inflation, the power bills cut in half, the no wars, all this shit, right? Like, great. I'm glad your friend can arrange a UFC fight night and, they can spend a whole bunch of money and make some event. Great. If we want an event planner, we will call Donald Trump and his crew because they're obviously, him and Dana White, they're great at doing a UFC event. But I would like a fucking president now. I would like somebody who represents all Americans, who's not walking around making fucking like shitty, shoddy, like third-rate transgender jokes at a rally for a bunch of toothless fucking hillbillies. I would like somebody that, put some sensible fiscal policy in place that doesn't create a fucking trillionaire while the rest of us are in tents getting bulldozed by a 5'2" fucking Greg Bovino. You know what I mean? Like, let's get somebody that can actually do the job of president working now, because it's great. All right, if I need a UFC event, I know who to call. But I really want a president, okay? Dude, that's what I want. Let's go. Let's go, baby. That's what I want, dude. Not a fucking sweaty ass, swollen fucking. Oh, dude, we got to look at Trump's hand. All right, we're going to finish with Candace and the FBI because she brought up some shit, dude. Later, Barron von Trudeau. We appreciate you, but dude, you got to look at Trump today, guys. Holy shit. Let's go to the RUPAR because this shit was crazy. Crazy. Okay, first off, look at this, guys. Look at this clip. Look at her hair, bro. What? This is 𝗙liche Gingrich. Okay, there's Newt Gingrich looking like a fucking turnip. And look at 𝗙liche. Look at her hair, bro. It's windy. Not one piece of hair is moving, bro. That shit is solid. Now, you may have recognized her I mean, I swear to you, dude, look at her. She's got a real life fucking, it's like her hair is a natural handmade, bro. Look at that shit. Isn't that wild? Lampshade. Now, one of the reasons, though, why I do bring her up is because do you know who 𝗙cie fucking gingrich is, guys? Okay, let me tell you this. In the late 90s was when Gingrich was going after President Clinton for Monica Lewinsky for their inappropriate relationship. Lewinsky was a staffer, and Clinton and her were doing a little fucking 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, little bit of the Paula White together, right? And Newt Gingrich was the guy leading the attack, the impeachment attack on Clinton's loose morals, Clinton's inappropriate relationship. Now, was Clinton's relationship inappropriate? Absolutely. However, Newt Gingrich was married at the time to a woman who was dying of cancer. And from 1993 until 1999, he was fucking his staffer. Okay, this woman worked for Newt Gingrich while Newt Gingrich's wife was dying of cancer, and Gingrich was banging his staffer the entire time he was going after Clinton. Isn't that wild? And they're still together, so whatever. Their affair worked out. They stayed together long term. But the fact that he was in a long-term affair the whole time he was the, waging war on Clinton for having an affair is wild, guys. I mean, that shit is wild, okay? It is, guys. It is some crazy shit. And I saw this in chat. Guys, many of the people who watch this show are not subscribers. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that sub button and stick around, boss. All right? It's important. So a lot of people who watch who are not subscribed to the channel. We got a lot of laughing to do. We got a lot of Kermit phone to do. We have a lot of uppercuts to do. So hit that like, drop that sub, join the family. All right? Join the Discord down in the fucking description. Get it all going. All right, let's go. That's my spiel. Thank you for the reminder, guys. But yeah, so there we go. That was 𝗙cie. I thought that was fun, but not really important. But we do need to talk about this, guys. Because Trump, after the UFC thing, which he slept through, Trump did get on a plane, and Trump went to Europe for the G7. Right? I'm not exactly sure. Do we know exactly where it was? Where was it? Oh, it was in Geneva. Okay, Switzerland. Is it always in Geneva? I think it always is, isn't it? Right? Sorry to be like an idiot, but it's so he went to the G7. But dude, you gotta see the images. Look at this image. Okay, this one is so important, guys. Look at his hand, bro. Look at the hand, okay? I'm just going to let the clip roll, but look at his hand. It is like double the normal size. It is completely got makeup on it. Look at how fucking swollen that thing is, bro. That thing is crazy. Like normal looking hands and swollen. I mean, it is like bad. And look at him. He doesn't look well. I mean, Trump is always kind of a Frankenstein-looking motherfucker. But in particular, he seems like crooked. And his hand is swollen like twice the normal size. His whole right arm looks like shrunken, right? I mean, do you see the lean? You see how the whole right side is kind of like up and they're just like way out of whack. His whole right side looks like prosthetic or something, right? It doesn't look good at all, dude. He looks fucking beat and fucking grumpy, dude. He does not look good, boss. That is the most swollen, okay? That is the most swollen I have ever seen his hand. And yes, he didn't do the usual fucking thing, right? You know what I mean? His usual, like, he normally has his weird stiff handshake. He was like very... Dude, he's not letting go of Brigitte. Look at him. He's like, he won't let go of her. She's like, God, look at her back away from him. You see that shit? Look at her, watch her. He comes in for the kiss, and then she's like, can I have my hand? Give me my hand. Are you gonna let go of my hand? He's still pulling her toward him, and she's like, dude, please, let me have my hand. Let me get away. I'm gonna move away. The fuck away from me, Frankenstein. Dude. What? It's very strange. Where people were wondering, did he think it was Melania? Did he get confused for a sec? What was he doing, bro? And he's probably saying something nasty. Right? You know, I'm sure he is. He's probably saying something nasty. Dude, let go of her hand. You demented weirdo. Yes, dude. Let go of the hand, dude. What the fuck is going on, bro? Right? What is going on with Trump and the G7? Here's another one, too. Dude, when you look at him, bro, look at him. Dude, dude, look at this guy, dude. Dude, what in the diaper? Oh my God. He is swollen. He is just, look at his whole thing. He looks like he's filled with pus, guys. Right? He looks like his whole body is like 70% pus. You know, like if you bump into him and poke him with like a hat pin or some shit, he's just gonna leak out, dude. That shit is gonna leak out and he's gonna just shrivel. Dude, like a Frankenstein of pus and fucking diaper shit. He does not look well. Look at his ankles, dude. What in the actual fuck, bro? Look at his ankles. Holy shnikes, dude. Look at that. Look at that ankle. Dude, what the fuck, bro? His ankles. He is like, this guy is death warmed over, bro. Dude, I'm serious. If somebody, you know, if there's somebody at the G7 with a hat pin, you have the chance to do the funniest thing. I mean, we know something's going on with his health, guys. We know it. All the multiple CTs, many, you know, he keeps talking about taking multiple cognitive tests. That's not normal. All right. He's obviously, his hand is getting more and more swollen and scar tissued. It is not aspirin. It is not handshaking. If he had a problem with handshaking, he wouldn't be molesting Brigitte Macron and fucking gripping her hand. There is something very, very wrong with this man where he ping-pongs between like awareness and what appears to be some advanced level of dementia and just kind of like, you know, repeating the same phrases over and over and again, super swollen. It looks like he's got some type of, I don't know, drainage sort of apparatus attached to him. Remember that one picture when he was in the interview chair? Let me see if I can find it. This one where he was like, which one was it? It was that recent interview. I'm trying to figure out who he interviewed. This one. Okay? Yeah, remember this one? It was this interview. Remember? Where it's like, yo, dude, something's going on here, guys. That is not a normal apparatus, okay? It was this fucking interview here. This right here. This is not a normal, that is not a normal apparatus. Now, we know he's mic'd up. Okay, we know he's got like a microphone pack on, right? We do. He's got a microphone pack on, but dude, it's not like that. It's not when you're wearing a microphone pack, it's like this big, guys. It's like that big, and it'll attach to your belt line and shit. This is not a microphone, okay? This is something, you know, there's like a ridge of fold here. Something was going on there. Right? So, just so you know, Abraham, here you go, buddy. Okay? Here's the deal, boss. You ready? I'm going to explain it to you, Abraham, because you obviously don't know what you're saying. Is in America, all right, in the Constitution, you don't have to be a legal citizen to live here. Okay? You don't. It's not illegal to be an undocumented person in America. Not at all. Okay? It is illegal to cross the border. So if you get caught crossing the border, you're breaking a law. But if you cross that border and nobody catches you, once you're across the border, you're not breaking a law. It is a civil paperwork violation. Okay? So, and what's more though, is just help them become citizens. There you go. Problem solved. You know what I'm saying? But just so you know, it is not illegal to be undocumented here. And they have full constitutional rights. It is not illegal. If you have no paperwork, it's not even a misdemeanor. It's not a criminal offense at all. It is merely a civil, you go to a civil court where the option is get some paperwork, right? And in fact, if you look at most of the people who are undocumented came here legally. They came here on a visa. They came here under asylum or what have you. And they didn't even cross the border illegally, right? And so I'm getting rid of you, Abraham, because you're fucking boring and you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, you don't even know what illegal immigration is, okay? It is illegal to cross the border. That is a criminal offense. But even that, crossing the border, the criminal offense is simply being deported, being removed, okay? But if you are undocumented, they cannot put you in jail under the Constitution, all right? Which is why Trump is losing in court, okay? But you're gone now. We're not going to listen to ignorant people talk about shit they don't know, where they don't even know the fucking Constitution. So there you go. There you go, right there. Right? Bye-bye. Dude, I mean, if you're going to talk about it, you at least should get educated, you know? I hate it when people don't even know what they're fucking talking about. You know? Yes. Dude, sending someone to a death camp in El Salvador for what it wasn't even a misdemeanor, right? Again, being undocumented is not a criminal offense whatsoever. Okay? It is a civil matter. Yes, we did. We deported him. Right? Mass deportations of all. Oh, dude, Trump though. Bro, he doesn't look good. Right? Just look at his demeanor, guys. He does not look good, boss. Jesus. This is just weak. right? We're weak. We are weak. Let's go. Crazy. All right. Trump, not looking good, boss. Yeah, that hand, though. That hand is something else, dude. Yeah, here we go. Let's see Trump. Dude, look at him. Remember how he used to be like, oh, he would do the fucking, the like, I'm gonna fucking jerk you shake. Dude, Macron looks great, dude. He looks like so good. And look, there's the shot right there, guys. Trump is like, yo, dude. All right, here we go.
So I want to congratulate the president. Last night, 𝗙cie 𝗿𝗀𝗏 won the fight against a great fighter, supposed to be unbeatable. And that was it. Cyril is from France. Did you watch the fight?
Yeah. Not in direct, but I saw it this morning.
That was a great fight. It was a great evening.
Yeah, he didn't watch it. He watched a fucking clip in the morning, dude. Because, I mean, I'm sure Macron, whatever, it's like, dude, people are like, yeah, guys, the UFC is not our number one governmental concern. I mean, think about this. Think about this on an international scale, guys. Donald Trump starts a war for Netanyahu in Iran, upsets the fucking entire world economy with the Strait of Hormuz, natural gas and oil that goes to fucking Europe, affecting all of their economies. He's fucking meddling on Putin's behalf to fuck up Ukraine and trying to end NATO. And Trump goes to G7 and wants to talk about a UFC fight. And it's like, yo, what Macron really wanted to say is, yo, dumbass, you there? Nobody cares about your goddamn UFC fights, you moron. We're more concerned about your irresponsible warmongering. You're blowing up fishing boats, threatening Denmark, threatening Canada, kidnapping leaders, starting wars for no reason, bombing water treatment plants, committing war crimes, and all this bullshit, okay? And you want to talk about some UFC fighter? Like, bro, nobody cares. It's like Trump is like, hey, I went poop in my cat's litter box. You want to go see it, Macron? Come, take a walk. Oh, poopies. Dude, it's so stupid. Like, that UFC fight is literally the least important world event that happened yesterday was the UFC. And those fights, they're probably fixed at this point. We don't even know, but come on, dude.
And that was it. Cyril is from France. Did you watch the fight?
Yeah. Not in direct, but I saw it this morning.
That was a great fight. It was a great evening at the White House.
I was very proud.
Dude. Bro. Like, dude, it's hard to fathom, guys. It is hard to fathom how ridiculous this man is. Like, it's like he is so blithely unaware of what is actually going on in the world. And yeah, I think Macron probably watched a clip on Twitter or some shit. Because in the grand scheme of things, Macron doesn't care about a fucking UFC fight. I mean, it's like, who cares about that shit? That is not going to help the French people at all in their lives. Like a UFC fighter winning a fight. It is literally inconsequential. Okay? And of course, this was the interesting news too, okay?
Walk through some of this. The Iranians are saying that they're going to have access to a $300 billion reconstruction fund. True or false?
Well, Ed, that's the sort of thing they could have access to, funded by the Gulf Coast Coalition, so long as they honor their end of the obligation. I think that one of the things you're going to see, Ed, and people have to be skeptical of this, is that the hardliners in the Iranian system will overemphasize the benefits that Iran gets while underemphasizing all the things that they have to concede and all the things they have to provide in order to get these benefits. So we absolutely are open to the Gulf Coast countries investing in the reconstruction of Iran, but only if Iran ends their nuclear program, ends their enriched stockpile of material, and is really open to an inspections and enforcement regime that gives the American people confidence they're never going to have a nuclear weapon. So I think the dance you're going to see, Ed, which is going to be interesting, is the Iranian media, especially the hardline media, they're going to talk a lot about what they get without talking about what they give. It's important for all of us to correct that record.
See, here's what's interesting, though, is a $300 billion reconstruction fund. Now, the MAGA people will get in your replies if you talk about this and say, hey, well, that's not U.S. taxpayer money. And it's like, well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I mean, J.D. Vance is saying it's going to be some fund of all the Gulf nations that Iran's going to have access to, a $1/3 trillion fund for reconstruction. But here's the problem, guys, is America, we are going to pay for this war, which is going to be $150 billion, easy. We are going to pay long-term for all of the disruptions to oil supply, depletion of our reserves, et cetera, et cetera. So the recovery from this war is going to cost us a ton of fucking money. We don't know how much money we will end up providing inside that reconstruction fund. People are saying it's zero, but I'm not certain that it's going to be zero. I know that we will absolutely do something to help our allies in the Middle East, for sure. We're not going to get out of this scot-free. But on top of this, guys, okay, on top of this, the Strait of Hormuz was open. Before this war, the Strait of Hormuz was wide open. Before this war, we didn't spend $100 billion. Before this war, before Trump tore up Obama's deal, they didn't have enriched uranium that was going to lead to a nuclear weapon. Right? They didn't. They, like this, everything was fine. The strait was open. There was no nuclear weapon. There was no, we had, inspectors going and inspecting their shit. Like everything was fine. And then Trump gets in there and destroys the deal for Netanyahu in his first term. Then Trump starts this Abraham Accord shit, trying to make every country in the Middle East have some peace with Israel after Israel's been fucking around for 70 years. And then he started moving embassies around and creating all kinds of strife and tension in the Middle East. Meanwhile, Jared's over there taking billions of dollars from Saudi Arabia. They're letting him bonesaw journalists and shit. And now he goes to war for Netanyahu. And let me just tell you, Netanyahu is not going to stop attacking other countries. Okay? Right? Netanyahu is not going to stop attacking other countries. He's going to keep attacking Lebanon. He's going to keep attacking fucking Gaza. And they're going to keep taking land in the West Bank. It is like, at best, what we have done is we have gone to war, spent a whole bunch of money, affected the entire world economy to end up worse than we were with the Obama deal. And a lot more tension. And the only real benefit here is to Benjamin Netanyahu, who's been able to just grab a bunch of land and flex his military might all over the region and even talk Trump into a war, right? And now, the U.S. is going to try and bully everyone into these fucking peace deals with Israel that nobody's going to go for, because Israel is never Netanyahu's Israel has never been seeking peace. So this thing is going to be a disaster if it even goes through. I mean, we don't even know if it's going to go through, but it was just a huge spending of money to accomplish nothing, okay? And in fact, if anything, Iran is going to be 20 times better off financially simply because it seems like they're just bribing them with money to get them to, like, stop defending themselves, right? It's like Trump doesn't have an off-ramp and Iran is not laying down and dying. So Trump is like, okay, here, we're going to pay you as much money as you need, and we're even going to buy your oil. We're going to remove sanctions. What else do you want? Just please let me out of this war, right? That's it. That's what's going on, dude. Dude, that's what's going on. Like, Trump is basically going to pay them to let him out of the war. Dude. Bro. Right? What the fuck are we doing, boss? All right. All right, you ready? We're moving on. It's time for a little Candace. Okay, let's go to Candace. I can't watch any more of this shitter. All right. So look at this, dude. So Candace Owens is fucking going in. She was going in on Butler today, guys. All right. Oh. Here, let me get into this. Dude, what are they doing, bro? They are so dumb. Like, they are, man. They are so dumb, guys. All right? They are so dumb, guys. And remember, too, they got all mad about Obama giving Iran their money back with interest. $1.7 billion was total, which was, you know, a big chunk of Iranian money that we had been holding for 30 years, right? 35 years. They gave it back to Iran with interest, okay? Paid them back what we took from them, and everybody was up in arms, okay? But, like, bro, the shit they're doing. So this was interesting here, okay? You ready? All right. This is some shit that's being stirred here about, this was Candace Owens making some claims about Butler, all right?
What I do know is what happened on July 13th, 2024, just 30 minutes away from Kittanning, Pennsylvania. And this happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. Trump survived an assassination attempt while on stage at his rally. The sad part is that Mark Leedy's longtime high school friend, who didn't exactly buy the narrative of the barrel, he did not survive. Mark Leedy's friend's name was 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗀𝗀. Yes, it was 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗀𝗀 who Mark Leedy had confided his secret to, that he had done something that he wasn't supposed to. But again, I'll ask the question, to what end? Did he tell Corey more about what he was doing with those explosives? Sadly, neither man is alive today. As we know, Corey and his family had quite an odd evening the night of the Butler rally in Pennsylvania, because they weren't supposed to be in the front of the audience to see President Trump speak. In fact, Corey had grabbed regular tickets for he and his family. They were amongst the crowd. So they were quite surprised when, while waiting in a large crowd, an unknown woman asked them if they'd like to be escorted to the very front. Who was this woman? Surely, with so many cameras reporting live from the rally, someone must have captured this moment. Who was it that had the authority to make such a move happen? That's a big authority, right? 𝗙cie𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗀 then is shot in the head It's worth noting that Mark A. Leedy is also friends with various members of the Crooks family on Facebook. That, of course, could just be a small town coincidence. We can't really extrapolate anything from that. I'm just mentioning it as a fact because it is one.
Okay, so that is, okay, this is one of the things that she called up about Butler that was 𝗙𝗽𝗏𝗄𝗧𝗼𝗀𝗀𝗀's family had gotten the rallies. You get these free tickets. They're general admission tickets. And somebody pulled them out and put them in the front row. Okay, now she is talking about another guy, a connection between 𝗙𝗽𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗧 and some other guy that is connected to the Crooks family. I don't know exactly what she's doing. She is like spinning a wide yarn. But I will say this, guys, about Butler that is starting to renew, because there's more. Okay, Candace Owens, all right, what she did was she did a Freedom of Information request requesting 𝗙cie Patel's travel itinerary for the 3 days leading up to Charlie Kirk's assassination, and they won't release it. Okay, so she is talking about Butler, she is talking about Charlie Kirk, and she is talking about specifically, she's trying to Freedom of Information some of these items of publicly available records, and she's not able to get this shit, which is weird. Okay, and there's some weird shit around Charlie Kirk. Now, guys, I myself, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, I don't know how to explain it, but the Butler thing never sat well with me. Okay, and let me just tell you why. Because I actually witnessed a presidential assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan, okay? One that severely injured James Brady. And that footage of that shooting and those Secret Service guys and them fucking hustling Reagan away, that was a huge thing, okay? And man, I've seen the Secret Service. You see these guys, you see the videos, you see what they did with Kennedy, like jumping over him after he got shot. These guys have a protocol, okay? And the thing that bothered me about Butler was the photo op and how that photo op became central to Donald Trump's like renewal. Because after a president gets shot at no time does the Secret Service stand him up in the location of the shooting and open up so his head is fucking visible for a 10-second photo op. You would never, ever, ever in a million years do that. They would dogpile his ass and put him face down on the ground all the way out of there. Okay? You would not see 1 ounce of that motherfucker's body from the time he was dropped until he was safely, they would bring an SUV up right to the fucking stage. And that shit would be so under guard. Never would they expose him. Never in a million fucking years would they do that. Okay? And that was insane. Okay? It was wrong. It was off. It was unusual behavior. Now, on top of that, guys, was the ear. We never saw photographs of the injury, ever. There was no injury photograph. There was an ear cotex. There was no official medical report. The doctors who worked on Trump did not do a press conference. There's always a press conference with the medical director, the doctor in charge of the hospital comes out and says, here's the treatment, here's what we got. And they use all their medical terminology to describe the laceration or the injury. They're very fucking, they take questions from the press. The whole thing is normally professionally held. Okay, Trump went to some hospital. He showed up with an ear cotex. And then it was like the magical ear, the mythical ear. The thing disappeared. The cartilage grew back. There was no wound, no official note. There was simply his guy writing a letter saying, oh, gunshot wound to the ear. Dude, there's no way. That was bullshit. Look at his hand, guys. Look at Trump's hand, okay? This guy's hand has been swollen and gotten progressively worse for IVs. You think that guy's ear being blown away by a fucking bullet would heal in 7 days with no mark? His hand is not healed for like a year, bro, with an IV prick in his hand, and his hand looks like fucking leprosy. So you're telling me that his ear just fucking healed? No fucking way, bro. His hand shows us what his ear would be like, okay? Give me a break, okay? And if you've seen boxers with cauliflower ears, or somebody, you pull a fucking earring out of your ear, you know how that shit doesn't heal, right? If you pull an earring out of your ear, your shit is fucked up. Look at people who get fucking plugs when they take those plugs out, guys. That ear cartilage, no. Just no, guys. All right? He had some magical fucking ear, all of it shrouded in secrecy. Now, on top of all that, you ready for this? Look at this, guys. Okay? Donald Trump will investigate, browbeat, talk about, attack, revisit every person who wrongs him. If you said something wrong to him, if you did something wrong to him, he will investigate you and never stop investigating you. Investigate you 5 times, 10 times with every agency. He will never shut up about it. He will remind you about the wrong at every single point. Now, this same guy who does that behavior, yes, with Rosie O'Donnell, James Comey, look at him. He walked out of an interview over James Comey, the dirty cop. He will never let it go. He browbeated Nancy Mace and ran her out of her primary. He will never let this shit go. Yes, now he's going after Gavin Newsom and Jen Seabell Newsom. I mean, he is relentless. He doesn't do that with the guys who shoot at him. He never even mentioned Thomas Crooks, right? In fact, according to Tucker Carlson, he closed the investigation. But dude, he never mentions it. He never mentions the guy at the White House correspondent dinner. He doesn't have the same vengeful retribution for these guys. Like, right? You know what I mean? But like, goddamn, bro, he still talks shit about, Obama and Biden and the auto pen, and he will never let it go. He will fucking talk shit about people for life. But goddamn, if you shoot at him, he doesn't even talk about it. It's like it never happened. It's like he doesn't hold a grudge for people who shot at him or people who may have financed the shooting. Was it Iran? Was it the Democrats? Who engaged in this? Who got Thomas Crooks to try to shoot you, boss? Why was this guy trying to shoot you? Why aren't you vengeful for them? Dude, that's weird, okay? That is weird. That is not very Trump, guys. Trump never behaves like that, okay? If you say the wrong thing to him, he will never forget it. But you're telling me you're going to shoot at him and he's going to just pretend like it never happened? Only if it never happened, guys. Only if it never happened. Now, another thing, guys, okay? Another thing that is really interesting about this is that Trump's behavior, okay? Trump's behavior, guys, since then, he's not gun shy at all, okay? He walks out at the White House. He falls asleep in outdoor events. He walks around and fucking shakes hands with people. He is just bopping around outside, never worried about a stray bullet, never worried about, like, you know what I mean? He shows no observable signs of gun trauma or being shot at trauma where he's agitated having experienced that thing. Now, if he's around a woman like Caitlin Collins, who doesn't smile, who asks him questions he doesn't like, he's agitated, he sees her, and he's just like ready to fight. He's in fight or flight the minute Caitlin Collins shows up and looks at him wrong. He's ready to go. He is so PTSD from Caitlin Collins. He is so PTSD from her asking him questions that if she's in the vicinity of him, he is like hypervigilant. But he's not that way, having been shot at. I call bullshit. Okay? Because the way Trump is with his fight or flight mechanism, when he's agitated, when he's fearful, when he's worried about something, he fixates. Obsessively, you might say. That he obsessively fixates on it, and yet he supposedly has had 4 attempts on his life, and he just walks around outside completely aloof. That is not the way Trump operates. Okay? It is not the way he operates, guys. Historically, he does not operate like that. He never has. Okay? He never, ever has. And so, to me, all of that adds up and just feels very wrong. Okay? That the way Trump acts about every other thing in his life that bothers him or scares him or gets him riled, for whatever reason, people shooting at him and trying to end his fucking life, which is the ultimate sign of them, like, trying to, like, remove his power, that doesn't bother him at all. But if you don't smile and you ask him a question, he will fucking erupt. Doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense. It is inconsistent. Okay? Because I believe if Donald Trump was actually shot at, he would be talking about it all the time. I think he would never stop talking about it. He would be pursuing the people potentially behind it. I mean, look at the way they're pursuing Act Blue and the Southern Poverty Law Center. They're pursuing the people who fund the No Kings protests. You don't think he'd be looking for the money man behind Thomas Crooks? I mean, give me a fucking break, bro. He would be turning that shit upside down. Okay? He would be turning that shit upside down. And again, I've said this before. I have known drug dealers who have been shot at. And let me just tell you, they are hyper vigilant as fuck, guys. Okay? If you see cops that have been shot at, oh my God, they are like until they get years of therapy, they are fucking hyper vigilant as fuck, guys. It like changes you. Soldiers, police officers, drug dealers, anybody who has had an actual shooting happen, even if it wasn't at them, it was just near them. It is like it affects your hyper nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system gets tied into it. You cannot not be affected by it. It is like haunts you. Okay? And this guy has had multiple of them supposedly. And he's just like outside, you know, like, oh yeah, nap time. What's going on? What? Hi, I'm Donald Trump. Dude, I'm not buying it. It is absolutely, right? Look at Orphan Maker saying, couldn't stop thinking about it. It was all you wanted to talk about. Absolutely, man. Yeah, no, EMTs, even you hear gunshots, guys, you get rattled, okay? You get rattled hearing them, man. You know, it is just not normal, right? It is not normal, right? I forget he's the new Jesus. Yeah. No. I mean, guys, I just don't believe it happened the way we think it did. Now people ask about Corey. Obviously somebody had to die there in order to make it believable, right? You know, but man, dude, even at the Republican convention, they didn't spell the guy's name right, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You don't think they're smart enough to pull that off? Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're pulling it off, though. You know, I think like the whatever would be the military strike team, the people that kidnapped, I believe the people that kidnapped fucking, you know, fucking Maduro in Venezuela, they could pull that off. The people that killed, you know, Osama bin Laden, yes, they could pull that off. Absolutely, they could pull that off. Okay? Could Donald Trump pull that off? No. But the people that kidnapped Maduro, sure. Absolutely. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know what to think. It just doesn't make sense to me, guys. Right? You know what I'm saying? Check out the clip in Discord where someone says Allah Akbar while he's giving the speech. Dude, what does he do? Right? Yeah, I don't know. To me, he doesn't seem like a man who's been shot at. Okay? Right? But Candace is going hard on this, guys.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because we are going on a journey, which actually begins on August 23rd, 2022. There was a man named Mark A. Leety, and he died in a rather bizarre accident. The initial story is that he was in his backyard messing around with his burn barrel when something suddenly exploded. And they don't know what exactly it is that exploded in that burn barrel, but something did and caused a piece of shrapnel to hit his neck and end his life. Mark Leety was just 48 years young. Take a listen to local news coverage of the event.
It's being called a freak accident. A healthy, active 48-year-old killed when something inside the burn barrel he was using ignited, causing an explosion, sending shrapnel flying through the air.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Chris Leety is still trying to process the death of his younger brother, Mark.
He was burning papers or whatever. This was the story that I got. And something exploded. Something was in there. Something exploded and a piece had come up and, you know, that was it. I'm still in shock. At some point, I will try to put my arms around it, but at this point now, I can't.
The Leety family still doesn't know what ignited inside the barrel that caused that explosion.
How curious. Okay. His neck hit with a piece of shrapnel from an explosive. You can obviously tell that his brother has questions about that narrative. And he wasn't the only one, by the way. Mark Leaty's best friends had questions as well. One of his friends in particular, who he had known since high school, did not fully accept the burn barrel narrative. The first reason was due to what Mark Leety did for a living. Mark Leety, not mentioned here in that news clip, was a supervisor for a company called Surefire Wireline LLC. That is in Kittanning, Pennsylvania, okay? Surefire Wireline works with oil and gas companies, and they specialize in what's known as pump-down perforating for oil and gas wells. Don't worry, I'll explain it to you. You don't need to know much. Essentially, what it means is that they punch holes so that oil and gas can flow through horizontally. Okay, now why am I...
Dude, she's like linking this guy to fucking to Thomas Crooks and Butler. But we do have to pause Say, Elf, dude! Oh, you crazy motherfucker! Elf says, at 41 years old and have no kids, I'm free of debt, but I still think Tommy needs to help his kid and Jenny. Let's go! Yes! Baby, dude, that's huge, bro. You are on fire. Dude, let's go! Let's fucking go, dude. I love it. Dude, Elf is fucking the king, boss. Let's go. Dude, big fan. Big fan.
Why do we need to know about that? Because that technique requires the use of a very specific explosive known as PETN. Think back to when you used to watch like Bugs Bunny, the Road Runner, and they always had the TNT explosive. Well, things have been updated since, and now the favorite explosive that is used is PETN, okay? So Mark Leedy's high school friend, one of his best friends, did not believe that he had died because he just burned some random stuff in a barrel, because he knew that Mark had access to very dangerous explosives, and also that Mark knew how to deal with them, right? He was particularly careful with those explosives. He knew how to handle them, rather. And then there's this. Allegedly, Mark A. Leedy had confessed to his longtime high school friend just a week before he died that he had illegally taken some explosives from his job. The ATF was apparently investigating him for this. At least that's what was told to what 𝗙cie𝗶𝗃, who was a former ATF agent, confided to somebody that he had this confession a week before he died. By the way, just as a general question, why would any person want to steal explosives from work, right? To be clear, just a tiny bit, a couple of grams of PETN causes a massive explosion. I'm going to demonstrate for you guys in a little bit. So it begs the question, what could a person do with larger amounts of it? Is there like a black market for those types of explosive? Otherwise, why risk blowing yourself up, taking it from work, getting into trouble, being investigated by the feds? Was there somebody on the outside that was seeking to buy it in larger quantities on the side? The answer is, I don't know. What I do know is what happened on July 13th, 2024, just 30 minutes away from Kittanning, Pennsylvania. And this happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. Trump survived an assassination attempt while on stage at his rally. The sad part is that Mark Leedy's longtime high school friend, who didn't exactly buy the narrative of the barrel, he did not survive. Mark Leedy's friend's name was 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗃.
Dude.
Yes, it was 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗃, who Mark Leedy had confided his secret to, that he had done something that he wasn't supposed to. But again, I'll ask the question, to what end? Did he tell 𝗙cie more about what he was doing with those explosives? Sadly, neither man is alive today.
See, isn't that weird? It's weird, guys.
You know, 𝗙cie and his family had quite an odd evening the night of Pennsylvania, the Butler rally in Pennsylvania, because they weren't supposed to be in the front of the audience to see President Trump speak. In fact, 𝗙cie had grabbed regular tickets for he and his family. They were amongst the crowd. So they were quite surprised when, while waiting in a large crowd, an unknown woman asked them if they'd like to be escorted to the very front. Who was this woman? Surely, with so many cameras reporting live from the rally, someone must have captured this moment. Who was it that had the authority to make such a move happen? That's a big authority, right? 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗃 then is shot in the head. It's worth noting that Mark A. Leedy is also friends with various members of the Crooks family on Facebook. That, of course, could just be a small town coincidence.
Isn't that weird, too? So the guy who worked in the oil and gas world using the PETN explosives takes some explosives, confides in his friend 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗃, then that guy dies in a freak accident while he's using a burn barrel. Okay, then 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗃 goes to the Trump Butler rally and moves him to, he gets moved to the front row seat. He gets shot in the head, And Thomas Crooks, the guy who supposedly shot Corey and shot at the president, also knew the guy who died in the freak accident. Now, all of this is alleged, but like, it's pretty weird. Okay. I mean, it is a little fucking weird.
We can't really extrapolate anything from that. I'm just mentioning it as a fact because it is one. Anyway, let's hit fast forward again. Just 2 months after the Butler shooting, Corey Comparator loses his life. And then a never-before-seen terror attack is executed with precision, which involves PETN explosives. On September 17th and on September 18th of 2024, there was a massive series of pager explosions across Lebanon and Syria, wounding more than 3,000 people and killing 12 people, including 2 children. I'm going to allow you to listen to these survivor stories of people who were not the intended targets.
See, this is interesting because now I think she's trying to tie this to Charlie Kirk. Obviously, she is upping the ante here and like making the implication that the PETN was taken through that guy to like for the pager attacks in the Middle East, which would potentially be an implication that, you know, that the Mossad was involved in Trump's killing or Trump's attempted shooting or whatever, right? I mean, dude, she is super conspiracy. Okay, now it's getting whacked out, and again though, you have to realize that her ultimate thing, guys, is about tying Charlie Kirk to Trump and Netanyahu. But somebody had said earlier, oh, Trump isn't smart enough to execute a fake assassination. But I bet Mossad would be, okay? You know what I'm saying? They absolutely would be. And yes, those pagers, I think the pager thing, guys, let me just tell you this, okay? The pager thing, I don't think it's connected because they did not put those pagers out in fucking September. They detonated them in September. I'm sure those pagers were disseminated to those people like months before. Or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even a year before. Okay? So she is trying to like tie these things together because she is still working on the Charlie Kirk Israel thing. But I will say, though, that Mossad or the CIA or SEAL Team 6 or whatever, there are certainly people who could execute a faked assassination, you know, because the only fake part would be the, you know, Trump getting wounded. Everything else is real. The guy in the audience getting shot is real. You know, Thomas Crooks getting shot on the roof is real. And we don't know the story about Thomas Crooks, like, you know, how he got up on that roof. I mean, we don't know. I mean, we don't know if he was like, you know, like given some assignment, if he thought he was doing some special assignment. He thought he was working undercover. I mean, we'll never know because the kid is dead, you know, and the kid, like, I don't know. It's hard to say, you know, what goes on with these people. I mean, you know, I just know that when you look at those high level sort of like sniper teams and high level military strike teams, like they can do shit, guys. Okay. Cops have been, you know what I'm saying? Cops have been fucking, you know, planting evidence for ages. You know what I mean? And yes, I certainly PETN is like, you know, I mean, give me a break. You ready for this, guys? Let me just tell you this. the people that did the pagers in the Middle East were not getting their PETN from some guy stealing it from work. Okay? Like, they literally, like, those are the same people that are, like, hiding the Epstein files, guys. They have no problem getting PETN. Like, fucking, you know? I mean, she's going off the hook there, bro. She's getting a little, like, you know, like, seriously. Like, I think Mossad's got a better PTN dealer than some guy who works at an oil and gas company in fucking Keating, Pennsylvania. Right? Like, come on, bro. You think Mossad is out there, you know, buying PETN from some dude in the parking lot of a Denny's? Like, come on. Give me a fucking break. In America, no less. Like, they came all the way to America to meet a guy at Denny's in Pennsylvania. Like, bro, dude, she is fucking spinning a yarn, dude. But whatever she's doing, I will say this, though. Butler doesn't add up, okay? That I know, okay? I think Candace is fucking... you know, we know that Candace is on a bigger mission, guys. And Candace's mission is Erika, Mossad, Charlie Kirk. And she might have something, okay? She might, okay? Erika and you know, Netanyahu and Epstein, there's something going on there, okay? Dude, Waffle House, baby. Dude, let's go, dude. Dude, I always bought my PETN from dudes in the Waffle House parking lot. But, all right, last thing, guys. I'm going to go make some vids. Let's check in on good old Erika Kirk, because look at this shit, dude. Dude, you ready? So look at what she posted today, guys. She posted the Benny Johnson image, and she said the left wants the White House to feel like an untouchable institution reserved for political elites. Oh, wait a second, Erika. I thought the left wanted, like, strippers and shit, right? And, like, you know, like gay people showing their boobs or whatever. She says they hate seeing it used for events that remind Americans it belongs to them, turning the White House into a place of celebration culture and public engagement, especially as we approach America's 250th, strips away the myth that the government is something distant and above the American people. No surprise, the Democrats despised last night's UFC event, but what truly frustrates them is what it represents. A White House that feels like the people's house again. But guys, you ready for this? Let's talk about this. Is this the people's house? There were no people here. This was entirely the Epstein class, guys. There were wealthy people who paid $1.5 million a seat. There were the Republican politicians and donors and Mark Zuckerberg and billionaires. And then there were a bunch of military people that were brought there based on their physical appearance and shit. But like, dude, the people were out in the fucking grass in front of a TV screen, nowhere near the White House. Okay? They were nowhere near the White House. And in fact, guys, we saw what the people were doing. They were out in the fucking, by the TV sets, standing out there in the heat, getting in fights, dude. Right? They were nowhere near the UFC thing. This is what the people were doing. It was not the people's house. There were no people fucking here. This was entirely Epstein class debutantes. Now, what I noticed, guys, you ready? You know what I noticed? What I noticed was that Erika Kirk wasn't there. right? Did you guys notice that? Like, why wasn't Erika Kirk at this event? Isn't that weird, right? Like, why wasn't she there? Because she was curiously absent. Now, guys, I have a couple theories why Erika Kirk wasn't there, guys. And you know what one of my theories is because TPUSA it went against Trump. Okay? TPUSA went against Trump, guys. Right here, you ready? This is like, people don't think about this. Iowa governor. Okay? Right here. You see this? See this? Iowa governor? This was Trump's guy. Randy Feenstra was Trump's guy. He was endorsed. Okay, Zach Lon, the guy who won, was paid for by Turning Point Action. Turning Point USA went against Trump's guy in Iowa, okay? They went against Trump's guy and they beat him. Okay? They beat him. They ousted Trump's pick for governor of Iowa. And so that's pretty weird. And now we haven't really seen Erika Kirk since this happened, guys. Okay? We have not seen Erika Kirk. Okay? We have not seen Erika and in Trump land since that. I don't know that went unnoticed. And I noticed that none of the TPUSA people were at that fight night, right? Isn't that strange? And so I wonder if this is related. Now, there is another thing that's going on where she is aligned with J.D. Vance. And I think J.D. Vance has fallen out of grace with Trump because I believe that they think J.D. Vance might be like releasing recordings and shit. But there is definitely something going on here where TPUSA, whether they've talked about it or not, TPUSA went against Trump politically. And I don't think that is going to be forgotten. Right? I don't think that's going to be forgotten. You know? And because I was a little surprised that, especially since Charlie Kirk had made such a big deal about how if the UFC ends up at the White House, like me and my wife gotta be there, right? There's no fucking way that this thing would go down after Charlie Kirk, the Charlie Kirk that got Trump elected, who was talking with Jesse Waters about, man, I'm going to call this in front row tickets. And the widow was not there. That's weird, guys. That's a rift. That is a major rift because, 9 months ago, Erika and Donald Trump were tight. And now Erika is like, whatever. She's like talking shit about the White House and blah, blah, blah. They're talking about America 250, but they're kind of on the outs. I mean, Turning Point USA is sponsoring America 250, but I don't see the coordination. I see Turning Point USA sponsoring this thing and putting out commercials, and they're trying to fucking, make nice. Okay? They're trying to make nice. Right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And right, can I show the Jesse Waters clip? Yeah, I will. Erika played it right here. I'm going to play it right now. was JD Vance was at the fight. Yes, he was there. He was at UFC night.
Politics doesn't have to be boring. You know,
all right.
Politics doesn't have to be boring. You know, we're going to have fight night next July 4th on the White House lawn.
Hey.
I mean, there's something to be said for that.
Oh, there's something to be said for it. Look, I don't ask for a lot of favors out of the White House. Every so often I'll ask for something. No. I'm asking for front row seats. I don't think maybe second row I'll go with. I'll say, hey guys, of all the different things, I want to be at this UFC fight. I'm going to bring my wife. I'm going to kind of call him whatever favor I have to be there because UFC fight night on the White House lawn to celebrate the 250th birthday. World Cup tickets, that doesn't mean anything. Fight night, that's where I'm calling in the favor.
So, dude. I mean, and she, like, there's no way he wouldn't invite her, right? I mean, I'm thinking, whoa, dude, I'm thinking if I'm a person who works with a dude and he's feeling this way about our thing and that dude gets blown away, like, goddamn, I'm going to have his wife to that thing. I'm going to, like, set her up and make sure she's, like, wined and dined, and I'm going to make sure she, like, has everything she wants in that. I mean, that's a little fucking unusual. I honestly think it's connected to Iowa, guys. Okay? I think it's connected to Iowa. I think there's another deep rift in here. And now look at what everyone's freaking out about because of Trump is going on Megyn Kelly's show. Okay? People are freaking out about, like, Laurel Loomer in particular has been freaking out all day about Trump going on Megyn Kelly. Look at this. Megyn Kelly doesn't appeal to any voters. She tried to rig the 2016 presidential debate by being a white knight for Rosie O'Donnell, right? She's very disloyal, and Trump told me he thinks she's two-faced, right? Blah, blah, blah. Okay? They're going off on this, but Trump is talking about going on the Megyn Kelly show? Or, I mean, JD Vance, rather, is talking, JD Vance is talking about going on the Megyn Kelly show. Sorry. Right? So think about this, though, because this is part of the rift, okay? Because JD Vance, Megyn Kelly is anti-Trump, right? Erika Kirk is pro-JD Vance. JD Vance is suspected of maybe releasing audio recordings. Okay, so, right? So now JD Vance is commiserating with Trump became Marco Rubio almost overnight. If we roll back 9 months ago, it was like JD, Erika, and Trump were like a unit. And now you have, like, nobody really on Trump's side anymore. All of these MAGA influencers, Megyn Kelly, like Ben Shapiro. I mean, Ben Shapiro's a little middle of the road, but certainly Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens have all left. And now JD Vance is going to go on Megyn Kelly, right? Isn't that weird? Okay. JD Vance is going on the Megyn Kelly show to promote his book. And so that's significant, I think. And I think obviously JD Vance, his pay grade, he was going to be at the UFC thing. But I'm telling you right now, I think the reason Erika Kirk was not at the UFC thing was because of this. I think TPUSA is now on the bad side of Donald Trump. I honestly do, guys. I think that there's a massive split going on right now. There is a massive split Dude, Erika is a prostitute. Dude, she is, dude. Played the JP Mandel clip. What's the JP Mandel clip? Is it this one? Are you talking about this? No, that's JP Sears. Who is JP Mandel? Dude, what the fuck is this, bro? Oh shit. Dude, I thought that was somebody fucking with a painted face, dude. What the hell? Dude, that is somebody with a painted face, bro, isn't it? Is that, dude, it's AI, all right. I'm like, dude, there's no way, bro. She's got like, what are we doing? Oh, JP Mandel is what Trump called Vance? Dude, I don't know where the clip is. Dude, did you see this? Did you see this meme, dude? Oh my God. So look at this. I got to show you this. I don't know where the clip is, but look at Trump. Yeah, no, Trump and Vance don't like each other now. But look at this. Okay? So there was an image of Trump and his grandkids at the UFC. Where's the original, bro? There it is. So somebody took the picture of Trump and his grandkids. Okay, these are Laura Trump's kids. And look at what they fucking did to it. Dude! Oh, shit! Dude, this one just looks more realistic, doesn't it? I mean, doesn't it look more realistic? Like, it looks more natural. You have this picture, he's got his hand on his neck. It's all fucking weird. Look at her, dude. She's like, please, get me out of here. Bro, they were memeing him, bro. Oh, my God, dude. Seriously memeing. Right? Oh, so crazy. Dude, isn't that wild? Yeah, the UFC, for the record, guys, the UFC is not culture. Okay? The UFC is not culture. All right? The UFC is like, I mean, there's nothing about that is culture. It's like brand new, dude. And MMA, that shit originated like in overseas. It's not even American culture. It's like a capitalized version, like, right? It's like, give me a break, bro. It's like one segment of incel culture, but it is not American culture. I don't even consider it to be Americana because it doesn't even stem from America. Okay, it is not an American invention in any way. Like UFC is just the American capitalization, right? Like the NFL. Okay, guys, like here's an example. NFL football, American culture. Okay, NFL football is American culture. It's American. It was spawned here. It only really exists here. That is a national American thing. Now, even baseball is like very, go down to South America, go to the Caribbean, go to Asia, right? Go to Italy. Baseball is all over. But football is American culture for sure, right? The blues is American culture. from you know, the enslaved, but the blues, yeah, that's American culture. Okay, there are certainly things that are American culture, right? Native American things is American culture. But dude, UFC, give me a fucking break, dude. Give me a fucking break, boss. Right? But man, dude, bluegrass, jazz, absolutely. I mean, we definitely have some musical shit. But, you know, calling the UFC like the UFC is some big American fucking thing is fucking outrageous, boss. You found the JP Mandel clip? All right. But see, I'm sure we can find it here. It was in 2022. Here we go, dude.
And Republican candidates are in a heated battle over who has the most support from former President Donald Trump.
Yeah, now he was at a rally over the weekend going over his recent endorsements, but he forgot who he endorsed for Senate in Ohio.
You know, we've endorsed Dr. Oz. We've endorsed JP, right? J.D. Mandel.
Former President Trump endorsed J.D. Vance, who criticized then candidate Trump back in 2016. His opponent is Josh Mandel. They face 5 other Republican candidates.
Dude, his opponent is Josh Mandel. We've endorsed JP, J.D. Mandel. Dude, while we're on it, dude, we gotta close. You ready? I'm closing with Donald J. Trump, guys. Okay, the best clip ever, dude. Donald J. Trump. This was Herschel Walker introducing Donald Trump. Dude, the Twitter search function's not working, boss. Dude, Twitter search is broken. Look at that shit. Fuck you, Elon. Dude, look at this. Twitter search is bullshit. All right, so I'm going to show you the best clip. Yeah, here we go. You ready?
And it is time for it to stop. And it stopped on Tuesday when we get to the polls and we vote for my friend and your friend, Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump. And it is.
Dude, CTE introducing Donald Trump, dude. The way he's like still saying it when he walks away.
And it is time for it to stop. And it stopped on Tuesday when we get to the polls and we vote for my friend and your friend, Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump. And it is time.
Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump, dude. Dude, Donald J. Trump and fucking JP Mandel, boss. We're getting the band back together. I love this clip so fucking much, dude. I love it so much.
And it is time for it to stop. And it stopped on Tuesday when we get to the polls and we vote for my friend and your friend, Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump.
Oh, bro, so good. Oh, dude, it's so good. Dude, so good, man. Donald J, baby. All right, you ready? Dude, Elf, thank you for quarterbacking, Elf, for being a fucking stud, boss. You are the man. You are the man. And thank you, guys, everybody donoing, fucking getting us across that finish line for the dance party, fucking coming through. Dude, tonight was fun, all right? We got a lot of videos coming, so watch your noties. A lot of shit coming up. And now we're going to fucking dance. I'm going to go get to work. Dude, what a night, bro. Isn't that funny? That shit is amazing. Oh, fucking A, dude. All right, let's get it. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Hold on. Dance party. Dude, it is like 500 degrees here, boss. Holy shnikes. It is so warm. Dude, I'm sorry for the UK. Guys, I'm sorry in the UK. I know Elon is messing with your shit too, dude. Dude, Elon is everywhere. He is. He's messing around, boss. Oh, fuck. Massage tomorrow? Oh, I desperately need a massage. All right, all right. You ready? Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry about Elon. I wouldn't sick that prick on anybody, but I know it sucks. And now that he's got that IPO, he can get a lot of money, right? Shit, he's gonna be wreaking havoc. All right, you guys ready? Hold on one sec. All right, here we go. Let's go, baby. Oh, little deja vu. Let's get it. Come on, baby. Whoa. notion that I will make it. All right, guys, I'm gonna go make videos. Remember, hey,
I just want to change the world.
take care of your head, people.
I just want the
Take care of your community, whether it's your family, your friend group, your neighborhood, your workplace. We gotta stick together, boss. All right? We gotta win these elections. We gotta show up for each other. And in the meantime, take care of your head. All right, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Always enjoy dancing. And I will see you tomorrow. And in the meantime, stay radiant. Because it's about you. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. Good night.
I know that you will understand because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. Hey, I just want to change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. It's about you. I would never